happen. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. My neighbors coming to see who can put up more blinding lights. The kids all wish away the month 'cause they want presents inside. This year had me so mad. I've been bad, got coal that is sitting under my tree. I think that my Christmas has died. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song.
Welcome, everyone, to Friday Night with Friends. I'm your host, Rainy Ryder. Tonight I have with me a Dry Heat Doug and Gma Ride. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Let's see who we have all in the chat tonight. Let's see, of course, Journey of Jerry, always first and last out. Adventures of Key Fob, Serenity Kitty, Gma Rides, and Pillion Style. So welcome in, everybody. We'll have more people popping in. I got some more guests scheduled for later tonight. Oh, Neil. Neil's here. Welcome, Neil. So welcome in, everybody. So tonight we're going to talk about the best of 2025. Whether that be places you got to go, things you got to see, people you got to hang out with, Gma. And we're going to talk about the best of it. So we're going to talk about the good things we did last year, places we went, and try to rub off on each other and maybe talk each other into doing the things this year that you didn't get to do last year. So with that, Doug, sup?
That's a lot to remember.
What made your year
That
special?
is a lot.
I was going to say, I'm getting older. I don't remember all the stuff I did at the beginning of the year. Jeez. I don't know. It took a lot of good rides. You know, that was the thing here. It took a lot of good rides. I didn't get heat stroke this year riding, so that was good.
That's good.
Prevented that.
That's good.
You know, shoot, best ride of the year would have been the worst ride of the year. Also, that was the one to Gallatin, Tennessee. And, you know, all the stuff that happened in between, dropping a bag off the bike before I got into Gallup. It still has the scratches on it, and I don't think I'm going to fix it. I'm going to keep it there for the story.
Remind me to tell you the story about the Dyna.
Oh, man. Yeah. And then the trip back, you know, we were planning on staying a couple more days, getting the toothache and saying, screw it. So we just rode straight through from Gallatin, Tennessee to Phoenix.
Man, you cannot fuck with a toothache.
There was a lot of caffeine and other various things to keep us awake the whole trip. So
Legal things, right?
That was a definite. I don't know. Like
Always legal.
Always legal things.
We really did a double or triple iron boat on that one. I don't even know how many miles it was. 2,000 something. So things that I want to do more. Shoot. I don't know. I want to hear about the Dyna story before getting into all those details.
Well, all right, Gma. I guess we're rolling into you.
Okay, so we're talking about saddlebags falling off. A couple years back, we always do this thing down to Mount St. Helens, and it's always in the wet part of the year for whatever reason the guy does the ride that part of the year. So it's about 200 miles all told. So anyway, take off from Tacoma, and it's raining. We get down to the meetup, it's raining. We go down to Mount St. Helens, it's raining. So we're getting ready to get on I-5 to get back home. And I go in my saddlebag and I get my friend out some extra gear because she's just a little bitty thing and she's freezing her ass off. And so I give her some more gear. And we go to get on the freeway and I'm in the lead because I don't know, that's just how it works. So I get on and I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of a Dyna saddlebag. There's like one cam that holds them on. But anyway, so I'm slamming onto the on-ramp and it's raining and my saddlebag flies off and goes skittering. I can just see it in my rearview mirror. It goes twirling around to the side of the road. And my buddy Dolly, who's behind me, she pulls over. We both pull over, obviously. And so She goes running back. She grabs my saddlebag. She comes running up to me. Little bitty thing. Saddlebag's almost bigger than her. She goes, "That was pretty effing weird." And I was like, "Yeah, huh?" And so I put it back on. I secure it down. We both hop on the bikes. So I get home and I look at it because I looked at it. I was like, "It's perfectly good, mostly." So I put it back on. So I get home and I notice that it's got a crack on it about that far up the leading edge, right? And so I put some fiberglass patch repair on it and some of that JB Weldy stuff and some see-through Gorilla Tape. And I've been running it ever since. That's been about 40,000 miles ago, Doug. And that thing is
Sorry.
still holding water. So
Really, you think that JB Weld might hold a while?
but and well, to replace that, somebody wanted $400 just for one saddlebag, and that didn't even include the lid or the bits. So it's a great saddlebag. Whoever you are, hi.
This is Gina. She is my new riding buddy who apparently I've stiffed twice now. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. So Gina, Gina, introduce yourself. Tell us your story.
Kit, is the sound okay? 'Cause
You
I'm
found-
outside.
You sound great. You
Okay,
sound great.
'cause,
Well, you have an accent. Is that part of the problem?
We're
that
gonna
could be it.
Lila, be nice. She's a guest. Can't pick on her. Can't pick on her until she's at least been on for 30 minutes, and then it's open season. But
Oh,
It's
whatever.
okay. I'm used to it with my accent. I do have one friend that tells me
I love it.
She tells me she could listen to me talk all day because it's an educated Southern accent, and she loves it. But I tell her there are literally thousands of students in Mississippi who would argue with her. But I am a teacher, have been for 17 years. So lots and lots of kids have to listen to my voice. But no, I have my fire going behind me, so I'm just
Nice.
keeping an eye on that.
Well,
Introduce.
that's cool.
Is there like something specific you want me to introduce about myself? Rainey?
nope. Just
Okay.
hi, my name is Gina. Here's how I got into motorcycles. That'd be nice. Or what I'm riding now, or how
What
I
do you
met
ride, Gina?
Rainey.
Tell us about that.
My
How you
name
met
is-
this guy? Yeah.
Right now I have a BMW G310 GS, if I said that right. I'm brand new to, I just got that bike in October. For my son's 18th birthday, I bought myself an adventure bike.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I've been riding bikes since for more than 20 years, but I had a couple of Shadows and a Ninja, never anything like this. Right now, let's say I've signed up for a class in April with the So Live, So Ride group in Arkansas, a train, stay, ride group is what it's called, I think. So I can build some off-road skill because
Well,
even though
that'll
I've
be
been,
fun.
yeah, I've been riding forever, but I have not, the only off-roading I've ever done is in my Jeep, and I got tired of how expensive it is to fix the Jeep. After off-road.
How do they pronounce that in Spanish?
What?
The J would be an H, right? So that would
The
be
heat.
That'd be a heat.
The heat.
I'm in Arizona, so the J's are an H.
A heap of what?
Heap of expense.
Heap of
Heap
expense.
of,
Yeah.
It'd be a heap of money.
Okay, we haven't hit 3 minutes yet. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm used to it. You can't teach middle school as long as I did and not have a thick skin.
My daughter teaches middle school up here.
Wow.
Where is
Yeah.
it?
I'm in Tacoma, Washington. So is she, obviously.
Okay, because I have seen a few videos with Rainey and you, but he was always teasing you about Florida and coming to Florida, so I didn't really see where you were from.
Oh, yeah. He can't tease me too much. I've been there a couple, 3 times.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is
Yeah.
most of the people, probably half the people that I know on motorcycles, I met through Forgotten Angels, through the Florida
Yep.
charity that we did. So I think that kind of ties us all together. Actually, everybody in this right now here is all tied together through
But
Florida.
yeah, so for me to get to Florida, it's about 3,500 miles one way the way I ride. And I rode to Key West one year on my Dyna, and that was about 9,000 ish miles. Um, but it was solo, and it was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
I'm
Did
going to
you?
say this real quick. So Jerry just said, you remind him of an adventurous rider. And also, the funny thing is, I was telling Gina she needs to meet up with him and see some of his videos because he lives about 3 hours south of us. But
Yeah.
yes, I've already tried to grease those wheels because Adventurous Rider, he's the one that has the Africa Twin that I was telling you about, that does all the BTR
Oh,
races, the BDRs. So
okay. Wait,
definitely
who did you say that is?
the Adventurous Rider.
Okay.
He used to be Country Coder, and now he's Adventurous Rider. But he does,
I
yeah.
think, yeah, I think you, yeah, I looked him up and subscribed to him, I think, when I was at your house, because I had trouble understanding whether you were saying adventure us or adventure
Yeah, I
us.
remember trying to search that, watching you search it. No, it's not like that. No, it's not like that. It
Well,
was easier when it's Country Coder because you couldn't pick it. Yeah, even I, when he first changed this thing, he was giving the stickers out, and I was like, man, I just got used to, calling you that. But his real name's Carson. He comes up here every once in a while, so next time he comes up, I'll try to get us all to go out. We go out for barbecue or for Mexican or something. We'll all have to go out.
it'll be cool.
All right, we've interrupted you enough. Go ahead, tell us more about your adventure and how you got here and how you met
I just
me.
I'm not very adventurous. I mean, I am in spirit, but I have two kids I'm raising, and two dogs, and a mortgage, and a career, um,
That's an
and a
adventure.
marriage.
That
That's an
sounds like a
adventure.
lot. Yeah.
um, so how I met Rainey, I actually, because we live in DeSoto County, and someone started a DeSoto County Riders Facebook group, and I commented on there because when I bought the BMW, I spent a lot of time looking at which adventure bike would be right for me, and everything I tried was just too big. I couldn't even get my leg over the KLR that I wanted, so I was like, man, that's not going to happen.
How
Um,
tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Oh, okay. I'm five
I'm not.
six.
I'm
I
not
got
terribly.
you.
Yeah, but I have a torn disc in my lower back, so I can't do anything very exciting with my hips. I have to be careful of that. So I
Neither one
posted.
of you say anything.
I didn't say anything. I
Nope,
didn't say anything.
too easy.
Um, well, where was I? Oh yeah. So I posted in there about looking for someone who is willing to like take on a newbie and teach them motorcycle mechanics. Because when I decided on the BMW, the main con that I learned about it was just the cost of maintenance and how much labor at the BMW place is. And I've always kind of been a handy person, and there's lots of things I can do on my Jeep, um, around the house. With my 7-year old says that I can fix anything, but I've
That's a
never
good
tried.
skill to have.
Yeah, I hope he's right, because I have not tried any motorcycle mechanics because the bikes that I bought in the recently
Oops,
bought.
sorry.
Sorry.
Did you just drop your whole computer?
No, I dropped my phone. I'm wrapping candy here, and
Um,
one of the bags of candy got caught on the phone cord.
you're a
I
little late with your rapping, aren't you?
No, because I'm going to a party tonight, and my friends love this candy, so
Oh,
I guess I am a little late with the wrapping.
I love that candy. I didn't know that's what it was. Now I want that. I forgot that candy existed until I just saw it. Now I want it.
what
Yeah,
is the
it's really good. It's called nougat.
Show one. Those are the delicious ones.
Hang on.
Only second
Yeah, they
to.
are. They're white chocolate with dots and marshmallows. And yeah, I have a whole table full in front of me. I'm multitasking.
Gina, if you haven't figured it out yet, we have a hard time staying on track, so you might have to start your stories 20 times.
It's okay because I
Good.
watched last Friday night's replay, so I kind of picked up on that.
It keeps it interesting. Okay, so
I'll
go
bring
ahead.
it back around. It's okay. so you're starting to work on your motorcycle now because costs
So
really
that's
super
what
too much.
happened. I posted looking for someone to that knew of a class I could sign up for because everything I do, I just find a YouTube video and do it. But for my bike, actually personally, I prefer in-person learning rather than virtual learning. But also, I just wanted a person to be there to, check and make sure I am doing it right so I don't kill myself on the bike because I put a nut in wrong or something. So, Rainey commented on it, and he's 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah, it
So
ain't
now
far.
he's stuck with you, huh?
So I've promised it well, I've said I was going to take her ride. Well, first I promised her, yeah, you know what? Anytime you want to go riding, reach out. I love going out riding on the weekends and stuff. The 2 times she's tried to go with me, something has happened. Like today, we decided we're going to watch movies all day and have marathon movies, and we were supposed to have gone at noon today. Tomorrow, though, locked in. Tomorrow's yours. I'm yours.
Unless, of course, my wife has other plans.
That happens.
Who said it's okay because we arranged for me to go riding today, but she said it would be okay for me to do it tomorrow instead. So.
Yeah, the change shouldn't take long. It takes longer to teach it and to film it than it does to actually do it. So it won't have long. And if it's not too loose, we'll just go ahead and go riding, and then we can always just do the chain later. Riding is more important. As long as we don't think we're going to lose the chain, we'll go for a ride.
Working on bikes is pretty easy as long as you get everything done right the first time on the third try.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So my wife reminds that we went for pho. We all went up for pho. Had a family dinner at the pho restaurant.
And my poor son starved until we left and got him some McDonald's.
How old is he?
7.5.
Oh, yep. That's the age where they won't eat suspicious things.
Yeah, he eats chicken, cheese, and French fries. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
It works.
That's a lifetime. That's a lifetime of happiness right there. Chicken, cheese, and fries. I'm okay
It
with that.
Even for
And
an advanced
ice cream.
palate. Yeah. Even for an advanced palate, sometimes it falls down to chicken nuggets and cheese sandwiches.
Yep. Or corn dogs.
Or corn dogs.
My grandson says he doesn't understand why that one short of mine didn't go viral. What was it? Oh, yeah. Sun's out. Nice ride. Corn dogs for lunch. It's a good day.
Mine went viral. The one I made for you went viral for a while, and then people just stopped buying it. I guess it was just the thing. Maybe I should put out more than. Maybe I should change them every once in a while. I don't know. So for Gma used to say, I don't wash my bike, I ride it. And I actually made a t-shirt and some stickers and stuff and put them in the shop for her. And they sold well for a while. And then people stopped buying them. Maybe if we start wearing them all the time, maybe people will buy them. Because usually you see somebody in a video wearing a shirt and they're like, oh, I need that shirt. So I guess you got to wear the shirts.
I got a new sticker that I'm going to make. It's not bragging if it's true.
I could rob the old Navy one. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
I like mine better.
Well, of course, it's yours. You should.
Yep.
All right, Gma, what did you do this year that... I guess you don't have to brag about it, but what did you do this year that you're proud of that you think other people should go and do too?
Just tell us something true.
Well, I like to go out and ride motorcycles, and I think everybody should do that.
That's not true.
I do. I think that if they have that ability, they should go ride.
No, that you got ride like motorcycles. I find that hard to believe.
What, did I ride
That
motorcycles?
you like them? Yeah.
Oh, I know. They're my favorite thing except for my family. And sometimes it's a rough call between, well, never mind, because they might be watching. But anyhow, um,
They're all your
no,
favorites.
I mean, yeah, traveling on my motorcycle and distance traveling is my very favorite thing that I did this year. Um, I took off and went to Montana once. I took off and went down to the Southwest states, and I rode with some friends for a while. And then I took off and left them to go home or do whatever they were going to do. And then I went out and wandered by myself, and that was fun. And then after that, I came home and I got some oil changes and stuff on the bike. And then I took off and went to Alabama. And I think I'm going to take off again in either March or May. I haven't decided which yet. It's going to be fun.
And that's when you're going up to Maine, Connecticut,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yep.
Whatever else is up
Yep.
there. I don't know. I've never been up there.
I don't know. I'm doing a up that way loop.
So you're doing the north. You're doing the northern express loop, the northern border loop.
Yeah.
I do
So
still
I've got
want
to
to do
wait
that one.
until some of the passes clear in the upper part of the states, and not so late though that it's going to be fuck all hot coming home.
I still, it's funny here in America, you know, because sometimes we forget how big America is. When it's still like 120 down on the southern border, it can still be snowing and 0 degrees in the northern states.
Yeah.
And I can't remember which pass it was. They said I think it was on one of Ride to Food's videos where she left wherever they were staying at the time, wherever she was stationed, and went north, and all of a sudden they were in the snow.
No, that was Jess.
No, it was Ride to Food. What's the place where they ride to the top of Pikes Peak? Yeah, every story's
Okay,
not
well-
about Jess.
No, I mean every story is not about Jess, but I just saw one the other day where she and some other chick got stuck up there in the snowstorm. I'm like, that's got to suck on a motorcycle. But right about the time she did that ride, I was like up in Silverton and getting altitude sick. So I was like, I don't think I'm going. So I didn't. Kind of glad.
One of the people I watch, Tom Boy a bit, she's riding in the Himalayas now. And she's suffering altitude sickness in the last videos. And not only that, it's when you're up there, there's the oxygen is so low, it makes your voice deeper. So she sounds like a bullfrog when she's narrating the video. And
That's funny.
these people keep asking her if she's sick. And she goes, no, that's just how you sound when you're up here. Because there's no oxygen. Mid Bill 69, welcome in. New one here. I don't think he's ever been here before, so everybody give Mid Bill
No,
a
that's
welcome.
a friend of mine,
Just call
Mild
him
Bill.
Mid Bill.
No,
Is it Mild Bill?
All of you.
These
zip
are
it.
glasses.
He's Middy.
No.
Well,
This is
so
my friend called Mild Bill.
if you
And
don't
he's
know,
just started a channel, and you should go subscribe to his channel because his daughter rides around on a little dirt bike, and it's cute as hell.
Nope, that didn't work. Well, if you don't know, I got a double screen now, and the new screen I've had problems setting up with. I did a small live the other night trying to get used to using the two screens, and one's still fighting me. So the font is very small, and I can't. Every time I try to make the screen bigger, the things on the screen bigger, it makes the letters smaller and the picture bigger. So I'm
Well, thank heavens I'm here to translate.
I'm
for
having
you
a fit.
then, huh?
he's your friend, not mine. I don't feel complicated. I mean, geez. Mild Bill. Okay, good enough.
Yeah, Mild Bill.
Well, welcome. Well, I said welcome. I was trying to be nice and have everybody say hi to him. You got to, whatever. Hi, Milesville. Okay. Okay. Welcome in. See, I'm not the only one that fucked it up. All right. So anyway,
I fuck shit up all the time.
Where were
I know
we?
that.
okay, Gina. So what have you done this year? Let's bounce it around.
What? I mean, I bought the BMW. That's the big. Oh, so last week, what I did go to the highest point in Mississippi with my uncle. He lives out in Iuka, which is like right near the Mississippi-Alabama state line, and Woodall Mountain. Apparently,
Iuka?
Ayuka.
Ayuka? Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yuka. We all Yuka.
Ayuka. It's in Tishomingo County.
Nothing.
So anyway, Woodall Mountain is there, and apparently is the highest point in Mississippi. So we rode our bikes up to the top. It was my first time to ride on anything that was off-roadish. Nothing too serious though, because I need to put a new tire on the back before I do anything more serious than that. I traveled this summer, but that was before I had the bike. We took a camping trip up in the Northeast. My wife's family is in New York. So we went up that way and took our little bitty camper, and we spent a few days at Niagara Falls, spent a few days in Rhode Island, a few days in New York. And then it was a 2-week trip up there and back in our camper. Other than that, I have a son who turned 18 and is doing everything differently than I thought I wanted him to do. And that's the big adventure I've been on this year.
That's good.
Is that where you were when you...
motorcycles for your own mental status then?
It is. I mean, so my mom died in 21, and after she died, I sold my bike. I just didn't want to ride for a while. And so I hadn't had a bike until this October. I read Itchy Boots' book, Free Ride, and then discovered her YouTube channel from there. And it just really reignited how much passion I had for riding a bike. So I started looking for different types. I spent a lot of time looking at different types of bikes and sitting on a lot of different adventure bikes until I found the right one.
Most of us went the other way. We saw Itchy Boots, watched all the videos, and then when the book came out, we're like, oh, go check out the book.
Oh, no, but that's the nerd in me, I guess.
That's the teacher in you.
She does a video series also about starting a YouTube channel, which is where I went when I first decided to start mine. And most of us way above my head, as you can guess.
Yeah, I was looking. I wanted to buy some of her stuff, but she's not. She can't ship to the United States right now, so
yeah,
I'm kind of waiting.
Yeah.
She can't. I don't think she can get in the States anymore either.
Yeah, we got some of her stuff when she was first broadcasting, and then when she went and I knew it was going to happen when she started going to all the countries that we're not friendly with right now. And who was it? On her bike had the same problem. She had to wait 2 years after she left Libya before she could come to the States. There was a waiting period. So yeah, not surprising. Yeah, they're not picking on her or anything. It's just that's how the State Department works.
Okay.
Gators Motorcycle Misadventures. Welcome in. Boy, some of these names are really long. Let's just call him Gator. Everybody tell Gator hello.
Hey, Gator.
Not to be confused with Gator Truck, who's here every once in a while.
That's a long word.
That's why I say let's just call it Gator. Oh, we're doing it again. Okay.
That's because he really wanted the name Gator, but somebody already took it, so that's what he went with.
I saw a funny meme the other day. Somebody asked for somebody's email, and they said it's first name dot last name @gmail.com. Like, oh my God, how'd you get that? Mine was taken. And the person said, that's because I was around when Gmail was invented.
And that doesn't make you old. That just makes you wise.
It makes you know things.
Sure.
I know somebody like that.
I know. What was it?
Damn it.
Somebody was saying the other day, yeah, you're old. If you've ever had a Hotmail account, you're old. And it's like, boy, they'd shit if you know about Gmail accounts. And my first email account was when I lived in Chicago, and it was at, what was it?
AOL?
No, Burb Surplus. It was literally a local internet channel. This is before even AOL. When internet.
Did it buzz when you got online? Remember
Did
that noise?
it trilled. It trilled.
Yeah, is that what it's called? I had to get a separate phone line for my son because he's a teenage boy. We're not going any farther than that in the discussion.
What? You can't just start and then stop.
I think I know where that was going.
Chasing Ghost,
Is that where
welcome
he
in.
started closing the door to his room?
You know, he and my daughter were such shits. And so he snuck out one night and he couldn't get back in through his window. So his sister opened her window and let him in. So I took his door off of his room so he couldn't sneak out, and I nailed her window shut. And well, they really made me mad.
But
And,
Mom, what if the house catches fire? You're
That's
dead.
what
That's
she
what it
said.
is.
And I said, if the house catches on fire, by all means, break the window. But you can
Use
pay
your
for
brother's
replacing
fucking
it.
window. You guys
Yeah, I
like to
think-
share windows.
They were always thick as thieves when they were kids. It was adorable.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Teamwork against
Yeah.
against the
Yeah.
house. I love it.
It was good though, because one of them was always mad at me, so the other one wasn't. Worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the way that when we go for rides to the casino, you know,
Yeah.
somebody loses, somebody wins. You just split the wins. that everybody breaks even or wins. It's great.
Gina, can you scoot back over a little bit so you're in frame?
She's in frame.
Oh, okay.
She's in my frame.
Okay.
Can you turn
Oh,
the
okay.
sun back? Can you turn
I'm
on
on
the
my
sun,
phone.
Gina?
Oh, Gina.
Sun.
Yeah.
It's
No,
Gina.
it's a great picture.
Gima's on her
That's
phone,
perfect,
so it's
thank
cutting
you.
her picture apart.
Can you do this earlier today while it's still bright there?
Just for you, Doug. But I'm
Oh,
not
you-
swearing, so it's okay.
Not yet. Give me time though. I'll get that
We're-
Tourette's
Yeah.
out.
We're past
In
30
my
minutes,
head,
but
I'm
as long as we
swearing,
can hold
yeah.
it back.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm trying to remember. Was
So we're talking about things we did this year?
no was Chasing Ghost was her wife also gonna get one of the Can-Am spiders? Ghost, let me know, because Gina's wife's thinking about getting a Can-Am for the same reason. Crystal was
She
gonna come
won't
in.
do it.
Yeah, Crystal was gonna come in tonight because her wife did get one, and Hope-
She was
hoping she would come in.
on last week, right?
She was on last week. Yep.
Yeah.
Rainey, what about you? What about your best memory ride of the year?
This year, well, since Lila's here, I got to say it was when we rode with her. So that's what I'll say.
See, that's why I came in tonight.
That was my
Okay, my
best.
standing.
Let's see. It would have to be a tie. I mean, so the best ride, obviously, the destination trip would have been when I went with Gma down to Birmingham, because that was,
It was fun.
I just love going down there. You're entertained the whole way. Cops didn't pull us over. It was great. Anytime I can ride on 78 and get off on some of those back roads, it's fun. The cool thing about riding around here is you can go in any direction, make a full circle, make a full square, anywhere between 55 and 78, and it's all good at riding. And also, if you have to get home, you can go basically 30 minutes in any direction, be on a highway, and shoot back home. But I've actually gone down. So we have a road up Church Road where I live that takes you down into southern Mississippi, down into the back roads, down by the dams, down by all these lakes. You can get lost back there for like 2 hours. And then in any direction, 30 minutes, you can shoot out and be on a highway and head back home. So, and you can go down that way and never take the same road twice. Just a lot of fun back there. And no banjos. Very important.
I tell you, when I was in Florida on the Panhandle, I was riding late at night one night, and it was getting really late, and it was really creepy out down there. For some reason, this night just creeped me out. And I had pushed it a little bit longer than I meant to that day, so all of a sudden, night fell. So I was out in the middle of nowhere. I swear to God, I heard banjos. It was freaky.
There is nothing wrong with banjos.
Chasing Ghost says
Well-
her wife's getting a trike, not a Can-Am. My
I
bad.
wound up stopping at a motel, and it's because I was genuinely just dragging ass tired. So I didn't see any other motels on my Google. So I go in there, and there's this old guy, and he comes out of the back room. It's like he's wearing an old pair of funky looking shorts, nothing else, which kind of creeped me out enough that I almost went and hopped on the bike and took off anyway. But I was tired. So I'm like, you got a room? I got one left. How much? $40 cash up front. And I'm like, can I see it? No. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Well, where's
After
it
you
at?
pay the $40.
That's pretty much what he said. So it's right there. So the curtains were open. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. So I grabbed my shit off the bike. I covered the bike up because that's my strategy to not get my shit fucked with. Slept on top of the covers and left as soon as the sun came up. It was creepy.
Well,
That's the place where there was a chameleon this big in the bathroom. Scared me in the middle of the night.
Nice.
Yeah.
No bugs.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
It's-
No bugs.
I know this sounds like urban legend
Yeah.
and stuff, but every once in a while, still, and they just caught a guy. If you ever seen the movie? It's from the '80s called Motel Hello.
Mm-mm.
It's a motel, and it was known for having a restaurant or a meat market in it, and had the best sausage. Of course, you can probably guess they actually took some of the guests and would kill them and make sausage out of them. They just busted a guy, and I can't remember where it was at, but the dude was making world famous beef jerky. And somebody was passing through from the Jack Links company and actually got some of the jerky and went and had it tested because I guess they were going to steal his recipe. And the dude was actually killing. He would get 3 or 4 immigrants every year to help him with stocking and making the jerky and stuff, and they'd go missing. And since
And then they'd wind up in the jerky?
yeah, they were making jerky out of these guys. I wish I was
Frying green tomatoes.
I wish I was kidding, but not. I'm not kidding. And this dude again, it was like a joke. It's almost like fried green tomatoes. In the movie we were talking about, Lamb to the Slaughter, a while back. People just do the weirdest stuff and have the. I guess it's an efficient way to get rid of the evidence, but I mean,
Yeah.
but people still do that stuff. And it was a joke back when I was a kid about places that made sausage out of people, and it was like an urban legend,
Yeah.
to keep kids in line, but. I guess sometimes it's not urban legend. Sometimes every urban legend comes from a piece of truth.
It's not a joke if it's true.
Having said that, I would not stay at a place that took cash only, wouldn't take a credit card, and said you can't see the hotel first.
It's $40 for the room. The room's in a hole, and you have to put the lotion on your skin.
And leave your ID, your cell phone, and all your identification up front. We'll keep it for you.
Yeah, no. I had all my shit.
Does anyone else know you're here?
Every time I see back to Itchy Boots, every time somebody says that, I'm like, why does she keep telling people she's alone?
Yeah. Because it's pretty obvious she's alone.
She used to say, oh, I have friends coming. They're going to meet me here.
And, that's usually what I tell people, too. If I'm someplace and I get that kind of a vibe from somebody, I'm like, yeah, no, I just outran my party. They'll be here in a little bit. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's
when they don't
true.
materialize, I'm ready to go.
That's true in your
Yeah.
case most of the time.
That's not bragging.
Yeah, I have people, but I left them behind. Fuck them. Nice.
They got GPS. They'll get here.
Exactly.
That's what I tell everybody.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, Doug, you got a new toy this year.
Oh, yeah. The Gray Ghost.
Can never talk about it enough.
Well, I'm refraining from writing it right now until I get all the stuff done with the engine, so I don't crap it up from all the Harley emissions.
You got to still get out and ride it. I mean, you can always clean it
Yeah.
up.
I've taken it out for some short runs around because you can't just leave it sit there.
No.
Even that crappy
It's not good for
Ninja.
motorcycles to leave them sit.
Yeah, even that crappy Ninja I got is definitely. It probably shouldn't even be ridden, but I got to get it out and ride it every once in a while because I think it deserves it.
Yeah, with a Harley, you got to run that thing. At least from everything I know, you got to run them at least every 3 to 4 weeks just to keep them from leaking.
Got to keep the
Next thing
seals
you know,
tight.
Your all your gaskets are drying out everything, and
And then sometimes they leak anyway, so yeah.
usually that's just from overfill. There's a lot
Well,
of overfill issues. So.
when I got home from this last trip, I was, looking around the garage as you do, talking to my other bikes. Go over, I look at the Sportster, I look under the cover. There's a fucking puddle of oil this big. I'm like, baby is mad at me.
You didn't take it out for a ride.
I took it for a ride just before I left.
Walk. If you don't take it
Yeah,
for a walk, it's going to happen in the house.
I know. It's going to have an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah,
then,
it's got to go out tomorrow
I don't have to worry. It's all tile floors in here.
after I fill it up with oil. Mine's
There's a
all
reason
cement, but yeah, I got to get something to get rid of the oil on the floor, though.
Gina, the inside joke on that's that the Fat Boy's parked right here in the living room. There's no more room in the garage. There's too many bikes. Well, I take that back. There are a lot of bikes. There's never too many.
Yeah,
It's not just any bike. It's a very
there's
limited.
never too many bikes.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very
it was
limited
the
run
plus
bike.
one. It was the plus one. It was the last one. So even though it's number 1515. It was the last one. So it was the plus one bike. I don't know. What
That's
happened
pretty
with
cool.
the 1515, but they remade this one, and this was the very last one. So it was interesting. I really enjoy just pointing to the frame and going, that's the difference. It's a Harley with a gray frame. Only two bikes have ever had that: the 1990 Fat Boy and this one.
Not to mention
Yeah,
it's entirely chromed out.
But yeah, I've got some stuff that I still want to finish up on the engine before I start taking it out more. I really am waiting on that road sofa to show up that's specific for this particular bike, and then there's a couple other things I want to do, but that stuff can happen whenever. I just want to get the engine stuff done first. So,
Oh, I do got to say, Gma, I did get some inserts for my side bags for Christmas.
Uh-huh. You're welcome.
Somebody gave her that idea. Also got the top case, the lid packs. So
Oh, nice.
very cool. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go for a camp now. That's the worst thing about that thing is the the lid space is like you can't use it because of that freaking strap that's in it.
Hi. Be right back.
Oh, well, I was just thinking.
You heading out?
Yeah,
Okay. See you later.
I have a dilemma though. I don't know.
What's your dilemma?
The schemes.
I'll be back.
We'll mute you for a second. I think we all three of us, maybe Gina. How long have you had that motorcycle?
2 months now.
Okay, so we all four of us have gotten new bikes this year.
true. Wow.
So you talking earlier? Well, Gma was talking
That's
about
such a good thing.
yeah, or was it you talking about scars on the bike? You're just not going to fix them because they make it. It's a story. When I got this Harley, there was some scratches on the front where he had laid it down in the garage or ran it under a tree. I don't know. But I was going to try to file them and fill them and try to paint them and do some epoxy fill and stuff. And it's like, well, it's a story. I mean, I'll just leave it. It's not my story, but it's the bike story. It's like getting a scar, It's like, leave it. Why do you want it to go away? Because it's a story. It's a story you can tell later. And it doesn't even have to be a true story.
Yeah, but I want it to be my story.
Yeah, well, unless I change out the entire thing, I mean, it's never gonna look the same anyway. Might as well leave it on there. And I did pretty good. She bought me some color match paint, so I did do a good job of matching the color up. But does it have to be perfect? Nah. It's a story to tell.
That's any well, until I got this one, every bike that I've ever gotten, the first thing I do is I change it up a little bit. I don't want it to look like the last guy's bike because some of us, as you do as well, some of us will ride up and look and go, oh yeah, Ed's here, Todd's here, and start, okay, yeah, I know their bikes, so it's like, oh yeah, he's here. So, you pull up and park your bike and they're like, where's Ed at? Oh, I bought his bike from him. Oh shit, okay, I didn't know that. It's still his. So, got to change that up.
Well, the guy that bought mine, when I went up to that drag race in Holly Springs, a dude was overlooking at the bike, and I was like, oh. He says, that's a nice bike. I said, yeah, you want to ride it? He goes, I already have. I was like, really? He says, yeah, that's my old bike. And I was like, really? I said, I got to know, what do you got in it? And he told me what he had done to it, because I knew it wasn't stock. And I would wonder. Well, I even asked the dealer. I was like, so what all has been done to it? He goes, dude, I don't even know. We bought it as is. We're gonna sell it as is. He says, I give you the guy's number. I said, man, I'm not gonna bug the guy. Be damned if I didn't bump into the guy anyway. But he used to run it on that track, so I knew that bike was a ripper. Now I know it was a ripper because he used to race it. Long as it ain't fucked up, that's all I care about. I will probably definitely never run it as fast as it once was ridden or could be ridden. Right now, it's just my touring bike, so I'm happy with it as it is.
Wait, what did I miss?
I don't know.
Was he
Brady got
talking
a
shit
bike. It
about
was a
me?
race.
Oh no,
It was
never.
a racing bike, and now it's in its retirement years where it's slowing down.
Oh yeah, I met the guy that used to own that bike, and he told me what all had been done to it.
So what did he do to it?
That
He
was the short version.
he cammed it. He put a tune on it, put an exhaust on it, and an intake.
Oh, nice.
So
So,
And
What
it's
kind of cam?
perfect. Fuck, I don't know.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna run it. That's not my thing. I'm just gonna run it. It's smooth. I never have any problems with it. It was professionally done. Good enough.
oh. Did he give you the black box for it then?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
I'm always leery of anybody that's put a cam in a bike. When I
Yeah.
I always want to start taking stuff apart and look and make sure they're not going to jack the valves up because they put it too cammy. You know.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
lope. It doesn't ting. So I haven't had any problems with it. So
Nice.
I love it.
So you've probably pulled everything, checked the gaps and all that.
I know what to look for to make sure it's not gonna explode on me or fuck up on
Yeah.
me. So besides that, if I can go and never have to take the cams out or open the transmission up, I'm okay with that. If I ever have to, is what it is. I'm not gonna do it for fun because that's a job. I saw, what was it, when they took, Jess, damn, another story is about Jess. So when they took Jess's transmission out, they had a lot of problems getting it back in. It's when they changed her cam too. So yeah, I definitely don't want to. I know the M8's a different animal. A lot of people don't like them. I get it. I love it. I don't mind.
I
Right.
love mine.
Yeah,
I love mine.
The M8. The biggest problem with the M8s is ventilating the engine. Really, that's why I keep hitting on it. It's ventilating the engine, and everybody talks about, oh, that rear cylinder, it gets too hot, and it's because it's not, nothing's getting ventilated on that engine, and it's stupid. I understand why they. I mean, Harley's got to do what they got to do. They've got to be able to sell the bike. They got to be able to make it legal everywhere. So the nice thing is that stuff can be changed out and fixed. So
I have thought
they can
about
only do
putting.
so much.
Yeah, I have thought about putting some ventilation fans on it, but it's like, how do you put them on where it doesn't look stupid?
Well, and Harley can only do so much without making it into a ridiculously expensive purchase that you'll be paying on for the next 30 years. So
It's
Yeah,
close
really.
enough as it is.
yeah, it's
No, I got mine at a fair
it's-
price.
You got somebody do all the
No
adjustments
problem.
you need to do. It sounds like, and that's perfect. I wouldn't change it if I were you. I'd do the same thing. I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, because I buy it to ride. I'm not going to race it. I might get a little stupid with it every once in a while, but I'm not going to race it. I'm not going to drag it. I'm not going to, because I want it to last. We don't buy stuff where the royal we, are not in a position where we can replace a bike every year. I want it to last forever. I said replace, not just buy a new one, Doug.
Yeah, I don't sell bikes.
No, this is the bike I want to ride. I don't buy bikes where when I buy a bike, I don't think, oh, I'll be able to sell this one later and get this much money. I buy a bike because I'm in love with it and I want to ride it.
Yeah, that's it. That's what this particular one. The three that were sold in Arizona, two of them aren't being ridden. This is the only one that gets ridden on the road. One's in a museum, one's in a guy's private collection, and that's it for the state. So when they're like, "Oh, you got this?" Yeah, this one I got to ride. I didn't get it just to sit there.
When I see these like the Jesse James bikes and the Orange County Chopper bikes, yeah, they look cool. I'd never want one because what would you do with it if you can't ride it? What's the purpose?
with Jesse and his stuff, at least with his, I've seen, not personally in person, but you've seen him video where they're riding halfway across the country.
Yeah.
His bikes were rideable, probably uncomfortable as hell, and that's why he always had to wear a weight belt, to protect his kidneys and his back.
Yeah.
But
And I also don't want to have to rebuild it every time I drive it 1,000 miles.
yeah, but that's what he does for a living, so why not?
Well, for him, yeah. And again, that's not something I would do. He's got a shop. He
Right.
builds bikes. He's probably not. That bike will not probably stay with him more than a year. I mean, he'll build that bike, get bored with it, sell it, build another one. For people that can do that, cool. You know, like so this. You may have watched it when he went to Copper Canyon with Kid Rock, and they built copper bikes. All the tins were copper. The gas tank was copper. And they got to Copper Canyon in the copper tank. The seam started leaking on it. The solder seam started leaking on it. Because it was really an unpractical bike. Just not very practical for riding, basically. For sitting in a museum, freaking awesome. For riding all the way down to Mexico, not.
The coolest thing about Jesse James's whole setup that I just really enjoyed, and you got to take a step back from the whole here's the bike thing, is his philosophy of, hey, I'm going to do this really cool stuff, and I'm going to make money doing it, and then I'm going to hook my friends up. Because he's always hooking his friends up with stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, like Jerry says, it's art. He's in it for the art, not for, I mean, you can take the motor out, put it in anything and ride it, but.
There's always somebody out there that's going to want to spend 80 grand for a bike. Not me, but they're going to want to spend 80 grand for a bike. And it's like, cool. And I'm going to take that 80 grand. I'm going to support myself, and I'm going to hook up all my friends with stuff. So,
yeah. 80. If I buy a bike for 80 grand, it's going to be a bike that's 80 grand worth of rideability.
If it's an $80,000 bike, wow, that thing better have like a room addition on it that I can sleep in whenever I want, and a toilet to shower.
You know what? Have you seen those little
More
miniature
than I paid for my
teardrops?
house.
Yeah.
Have you seen those miniature teardrops they sell for bikes?
No.
It's a little teardrop trailer. It's a tow behind teardrop trailer.
Yeah.
And they're basically big enough to put your body in. But on the outside, it has little additions where you can fold out like a little miniature kitchen with the sink and has a little extra storage and stuff. That would actually be, I mean, those are probably pretty expensive, but they're actually usable. That's something you can use. And everything on it is practical. It's, $40,000 of practicality, not $40,000 of look what I built.
Hotel room is $150 at most. That's a lot of hotel rooms.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with hauling a trailer behind a bike is, my bikes are set up for performance. So why am I going to want to put something on the back that has these two itty bitty tires that's going to impede my ability to do what I want to do with this high performance machine, just so I have a convenient place to stay?
Well, you don't like sleeping on the. Well, for you, it wouldn't be that much. You don't like sleeping on the ground.
Half mile.
Yeah, you don't like sleeping on the ground. You don't like camping. No. I get it. I do. So again, it's what you're paying for that you can actually use. If you're not a camper, it's probably not worth it.
I can use a motel just fine.
You know what? With a trailer, they wouldn't be able to see your license plate, would they?
Well, the trailer has to have a
They also
license
wouldn't
plate.
be able to if you had a cooler and maybe a bike cover flapping
Yeah,
around.
bike
back
cover.
there.
I was just mentioning that somebody with a bike cover that has a hard time keeping that all the way on the bike.
Who was
would
that?
be?
Hang on. Who was that got pulled over in another video? Got pulled over because their bag fell down in front of the license plate. That wasn't.
I don't know.
That wasn't very long ago.
Wasn't me.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Wasn't me.
Somebody in a video.
I never stopped. That's the trick.
Yeah, if you don't stop.
Yeah.
Well, again, some of us don't have the luxury of being a sweet looking grandma that when the cops stop them go, "Aw, okay, slow it
Are you
down."
saying I'm a sweet looking grandma?
Yeah, kind of rough looking. Rode hard, put away wet, grandma.
You know, the only time that I thought I might have even had an issue was when I pulled into a gas station down on Interstate 10, and this middle of nowhere gas station, and between Phoenix and Casa Grande. And the motorcycle cop pulled up to me after about 2 or 3 minutes, and he looked at me, and I took my helmet off, and he goes, oh, what?
You're old.
I wasn't expecting that. And I'm like, fuck you, what? You know? I'm not that old. He's, well, you were going a little fast back there. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to die any day. Shit, I got to go places. Let's go.
It's a bike. What do you want? You know,
Yeah.
you don't go to the bar to drink freaking Sprite, okay? You know, you don't get a bike to ride the speed limit. What do you want? You know? So I did
I
offer
had
to
a-
buy a bottle of water.
Yeah. I had a tribal cop come in after me to a gas station one time. And we were just chit chatting. And of course, they always, even the cops want to tell you about their worst accident, right? And so we're talking, and he goes, "How fast will that bike do?" I said, "Is this a rhetorical question, or are we going to talk ticket here? Do you have some reason for asking me this?" But no. And I'm like, "Well, it goes as fast as I need to, plus a few miles an hour." He's like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good answer."
Might
He
have
just
to
kind of
outrun,
walks away shaking his head.
might have to outrun a lion. You never know.
You
You
never can
could.
tell.
I never have to. I'm going to stick to this. Cops usually don't stop motorcycles if they don't look like they're trying to be an asshole.
Yep.
I have been seen doing way more than I possibly needed to be. Never been pulled over. But
I took those videos down.
we see it continuously. The guys that weave, that cut people off, that's the ones they're looking for. That's the ones
Yeah,
that
I
go,
don't ride like
okay, that guy's being dangerous.'re going to
I'm
stop
sorry,
him.
Gma, what was that?
I,
What? I'm sorry, what?
I
didn't quite
know
hear.
people that ride like that.
Do you? You mean
I
if there's,
do.
if there's room, go? Is that what you were
Yeah,
saying?
that's kind of what I'm saying.
I will say this. When I watched your video the other day, we were passing a lot of people going faster than I thought we were.
We're only. Well, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
In any of my videos, when I'm on the freeway, all the cars are only doing 35.
That's right. And
Slow
I'm sticking
bastards.
to it. Yeah.
Well,
I
It's
think they're
illegal
really-
to impede traffic, so they need to go faster.
I will say the camera makes it look like they're a lot closer than they really were in real life.
Oh my god, my buddy and Anthony and I, it was another time. Actually, I forgot about it till just now. I've got a photo. Actually, I should post it on Instagram where we pulled up into the Love's truck stop gas station over here, just south of Phoenix, and went inside. And when we came back out, you know, he went out a little bit before me while I was at the register, and I come walking out, and he's standing there staring at me from, you know, just about 10 feet in front of the bikes, and I'm like, what? And then he kind of just goes like this, kind of look, and I'm like, oh look, it's a Chevy Tahoe. Oh look, it's got one of those floodlights over there on the little bar, you know. And then I kind of turn and look, and both of them were standing behind me, and I was like, well, how are you guys doing? And they're like, was that you guys coming up north? And I'm like, oh no, we're headed south. we're going the other direction. He's like, uh-huh. Yeah, where's your helmet? Oh, it's right there. Well, you know, that's how we saw you, is your white helmet. I'm like, so where are you from?
There's a lot of white helmets around here.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, a lot of guys riding big old dressers, you know, with a white helmet.
Yeah. It's just a guy on a black Harley.
That's
Yeah.
exactly, that was it, you know. He turned out, you know, he just wanted to talk with us and everything.
Yeah.
And asked if we were going to put the racing fuel in our bikes, and you know, we wondered why.
Oh, well, yeah.
If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button.
Oh my god. But yeah, it was a fortunate year. No citations this year. Again, it was amazing.
Just knock on wood. I don't plan on getting any.
Oh, I got to get that thing in the mail.
I got something to mail you too.
Oh, your Florida postcard?
No, it was in Washington. I got that
Oh.
ticket. But I had it. It doesn't count though because it was the first one.
So it was a photo ticket in a car. It doesn't count.
Exactly my point.
Oh, it was a ticket. Oh. Okay.
There was some discussion from my family regarding who was driving that day, but it doesn't count because it's no ticket because, you know, it's the first one.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Gina, if you didn't know, when you ride to Florida, they have toll booths that you don't see. And
Yep.
about 2 or 3 months, you heard that right, after you get back, you get a Florida postcard in the mail that says you owe for your toll booth.
Or you don't.
So what you want to do is pay it.
Yeah, I that happens every time I go to the Northeast too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one. So in Georgia
The
though is
Northeast?
on the same
Shit.
little what is it called? The sunshine toll. Georgia and Florida
yeah.
go through the same thing, but what I do now
Right.
is I always keep like $20 in it. That way, when I go down, if you don't have a account, they charge you your toll, which ends up being about $4 or $5 plus a $10 processing fee. If you open an account, they don't charge you the processing fee, so you're just paying about $5-6 every time you go down. Unless you follow somebody who actually gets on the wrong toll, and the toll is like $10. So if you ever go down the low tolls, don't get on the high toll. High toll's actually not any faster than the low toll, so from what I found
I don't
anyway.
know. When I was traveling, I took all the toll roads in all the states because there was less traffic. So I assumed it was safer, which it was mostly. What?
How many
Well, I'm talking
citations
Tampa.
how many photo citations from Toll Booth did they send the motorcycle cover company?
I got none. And I don't have an account.
It's only like $5 a year.
Yeah.
I can handle that.
I've never had it. I
Well,
mean, I didn't
that
get
was
any.
the one thing I've learned from you is storage practices for more motorcycle covers, and I'm exclusively doing that now.
I'm a good boy. I pay my tolls.
Gina, she looks like a streamer going down the road with all that shit.
Oh, it was just a little chunk of my motorcycle cover. It kind of flapped off the back of off my road.
Strategically
from
flapping.
underneath my luggage rack. Yeah,
Is there a video of that?
We didn't.
there
put
may
that
be
part-
on my channel.
We didn't put that part up when we videoed you riding by. We edited that part out.
Now, if you go to my channel, there's a short and it talks about alleged motorcycle speeds or something.
In
I
Mexico.
don't remember what.
In Mexico. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
On closed roads. Fully insured
Well,
and bonded.
you know, I had to kind of train myself when I've got my GoPro on to quit looking down at my tank to see what time it is, because I was inadvertently giving everybody a bird's eye view of how fast I was going, and then everybody gets like, well, they have whatever feeling they have about that, but I don't need to hear it.
Let them have their feelings.
Yeah.
What's funny is, I don't know if y'all remember seeing this, is somebody, Josh Shaytree, somebody screenshotted one of his videos, sent it to the newspaper company, and he ended up in the Tampa Times about this reckless motorcycle driver. And they were trying to get the cops to go after him for speeding, and they wouldn't. And he saw one of the cops, and they're like, yeah, people were trying to send in screenshots of your video when you were riding. And it's like, we can't chase you down afterwards. You weren't being reckless. It's not like we're going to chase you down if you're, oh, look, they're speeding. And it's hard to nail it down anyway, because you can say, oh, it was kilometers. I had my speedometer set on kilometers.
Yep.
Now, if you're doing 180 kilometers an hour, that's a thing. But there's no way they can prove it. And if you're not reckless, they're not going to go after you. They really don't really care about speeders that much on open roads.
No. And
Unless
they
you're in
don't really
Georgia.
want to put a motorcycle rider at danger by stopping you in traffic on the side of the road, because then you both have to stop and worry about all these idiots in cars hitting both of you.
And
I
if
think
it's
that's one of the other reasons.
3 o'clock in the morning, they don't want to get out of their warm cruisers when it's 40 degrees outside.
Yeah.
They'll just flash their
I
lights
wouldn't
at you.
stop in that. I wouldn't stop in that situation anyway, unless I was in a populated area, because anybody can buy those lights for their cars. So
Yeah.
if somebody lit me up out in the middle of nowhere, I'm going to keep going.
It made a good video. I got to use
Seriously.
the front of that video. I showed myself riding across that bridge, and then the lights coming on, and I did a freeze frame, and I had to do the voiceover and go, "You're probably wondering how I got into this position." But yeah, he just flashed his lights at me, and I slowed down. He turned his lights off, and it's like, okay, I kept riding.
Yeah. I did almost pass a Washington State patrolman on my way home from that trip. And I was almost home. I was like 20 miles out of the barn. And I was coming up I-5 in Olympia. And I looked over, and everybody was doing the speed limit. So, of course, I can't do that. So I busted around somebody, and I'm by this white car. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, white car. This is a state patrolman. And I look over. He didn't have any markings. But I look over, and he looked at me, and he waved. And I was like, oh, nobody dresses like that by choice.
So I had one sneak up on me one time. So there's some of these smaller places in Alabama and Georgia that you literally you're on, like, not, you think it's a back road country road, and all of a sudden you live in the middle of a city, and it's one of these cities that you can't drive directly through. You have to like box your way around it because there's like a one-way street that goes entirely around the town. And my GPS got off and wouldn't track. It's like, so sometimes when your GPS was facing the other direction, it tells you you're driving sideways. So I had to pull over and pull my phone out and try to like find where I was. And I'm in this parking lot, and I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to look at the GPS, looking at my phone. All of a sudden, the lights come on behind me. I'm like, what the hell? The guy pulls up beside me. He's like, are you all right? I was like, I'm lost. He's like, where are you trying to go? And I said, Florida. And he says, no, I mean, like, okay, never mind. Go that way. He's like, yeah, you're really lost. You're not even right state. Keep driving, dumbass.
Oh, wow.
Never as scary as being pulled over in New Jersey. When they get out of the car, even the ones in the car have the thigh-high boots on, like they're about to run through a freaking Blue Oyster Cult video. No.
That's weird.
Serenity Kitty says that in Florida, anything above 100 is now, there's a new law that it's could be a felony.
Oh yeah, the super speeder law. They will stop you if you're going over 100 because it's the super speeder. I can't remember how much they said that ticket is, but hey, just keep it at 99. All right.
Yep.
Or the speed limit. There's an option. But yeah, there is ludicrous speed and there's just speeding. So keep it at just speeding.
Or let's go to
problem
Wyoming and go as fast as you want to.
As fast as is reasonable and prudent.
I know. I
reasonable
love
and
that.
prudent.
That's what it says.
Well, yeah, so there's a clover leaf around Houston, and they'll tell you don't go below 60 miles an hour or you'll fall off of it.
I
The
fucking
clovers
hate
are
the roads
banked.
in Texas.
The
now.
clover leaves are banked.
In Texas, when they tell you take a left and then take a sharp left, it's like, okay, you're going like this, and all of a sudden you're going like that. That's a sharp left.
Oh, the underlefts. Yeah, there's a lot of those around.
Yeah.
Beaumont has a lot of those. You basically, to get to the other side of the freeway, you have to do a U-turn under the freeway to get back the other direction. You have to get off the freeway, do a U-turn, and go back in the opposite direction. That's how you get to the Harley dealership.
And they're on-ramps there. They're on-ramps. I was like, that can't be an on-ramp. That's a fucking ditch.
Nope.
It was an on-ramp.
Well, in places where it rains, again, when it rains sometime in Texas, you might have 8 to 12 inches in one shower that lasts about 4 to 6 hours. The ditches are so deep there that for speeders, it's a good thing because when you're going one way on a highway and somebody's going the other way, if the cop sees you, he's got to go down another 2 or 3 miles where he can turn around because the ditches literally are like 12, 15 feet deep. So you can't like cut across the median because you'll be swimming. Helps you out sometimes. 100 plus go to jail, mandatory now, the super speeder law. Yep.
Yeah, they send you to the Triumph dealership. You won't be going over 100 very far after that. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Every run-in so far, and I know there's a few days left here, but any kind of little run-in so far in the last year, it's always ended well. I'll say that. So there was only 2, and it's always ended well. Respectful and be that good guy. That's it.
I did have one. Lights came on in the rearview mirror. I pulled over. The cop comes up and goes, "I actually wasn't after you. I was after the other guy, but then you pulled over." I'm like,
Yeah,
Okay.
easy
He goes,
target.
well, he goes, just slow it down. I was like, okay.
What?
Yeah,
Did-
if they ask me
Oh.
what the other guy's name is, I always tell them, "Oh, it's a guy from Arkansas. His name's Mike." You can say
Yeah,
Mike.
tell him this guy from Arkansas. Yeah, the guy from Arkansas. There you go.
You catch his channel, he's on there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not in Arkansas.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just some guy I ran into at the last gas station.
Yeah,
He's been following me the whole way. I don't know how I got here.
some guy I met down at the Harley dealer. We were supposed to
Yeah.
stop at a gas station. I kept going. Hey, it's only supposed to be true stories tonight, right?
Only
Right.
true stories only. How you doing, Gina?
I'm
Oh, I
muted.
think she's muted.
I'm muted because these trucks keep going behind me, and I don't know if
We can't hear
you're
him.
hearing that or what.
No, we can't hear him.
Can't hear it?
No, it's fine. We can't hear him.
Okay, well, good then.
Yeah, it's a Friday night here. Every once in a while, you might hear something in the background. That's the 202 bikes going. There's a group that comes by every night a few times, and of course, they're doing the speed limit on their sport bikes.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
So, but yeah, they're when they come by, I just lean back and smile. You'll see me turn and look and go, yeah, there you go.
All right, I'm getting a prompt for an ad. You guys ready?
Huh?
I'm getting a prompt for an ad.
A prompt for an ad.
Oh,
Let's see if it comes on.
powered by Riverside FM.
FM.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Is that it?
I guess. Okay. Is it
Gina,
ad?
what would your dream bike be?
I don't know. I thought about that because I've been seeing that question come up on a few things that I've been looking at lately. I don't know. I really feel like well, I call it the baby G because when I was doing some research,
Uh-huh.
people call this little bitty BMW the baby G. And
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's just perfect for me. So right now it's that bike because it's the one I own and nobody's going to take it from me because it's paid for. I think that maybe in time when I feel better about my adventure riding skills, I like to look at the Africa Twin. I think it just looks cool. But it's probably not something like I don't have Harley money, and even if I did, I wouldn't spend it. So I think right. I mean, it really is right now. My dream bike is the one I have because it's the one I can get on and go do something fun with. And I just really love the way it looks too, and the fact that it can take me off road and on the street too. And it also, the GS used to be my initials, so I feel like it just has my initials right there on the tank. So I love it, and I'm not. You guys are talking about all this fast stuff. I'm not. I'm that super annoying person that goes under the speed limit. So everywhere that I work, people hate. They have to when school dismisses, the other teachers make sure they leave before me because nobody wants to get caught behind me because I drive so slow. And I do that, and I do that on
That's
my.
okay.
I just don't. I'm just uncomfortable with speed.
That's
So
okay.
I don't need a big, fast, fancy bike. I just need one that I feel confident that I can fix it if something goes wrong, and I can get on it and have fun. Nobody's going to take it from me.
Oh, I guess apparently I asked the wrong question, Gina. Where would your dream ride be to? I thought he
Oh.
meant dream ride as a bike, but Journey of Jerry wants to know where would your dream ride be? Like, the $1 Million Highway or Bear
Yeah.
Teeth Pass or something like that.
Yeah, I do
If
have a
nothing
lot
else
of those.
was an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of those. So my goal this year is the Southeast BDR,
Uh-huh.
or at least the Chattahoochee BDRX. I'm just learning all this stuff, so if I use the wrong word, please feel free to fix it for me. Um, but then I also, so Alaska was a big dream of mine, and we went there a couple of years ago on a cruise. Um, and lately I've learned, I think it's called the Dalton Highway, that is like the highest. So it's just miles and miles of nothing but cold and mud and ice and just go farther and farther. And so I think that I do want to go back to Alaska and explore more of the interior. And so I'd love to do some bike riding there, and then ride up the Dalton Highway. But a more small term dream is I want to do a couple of BDRs this summer.
Nice. And you're in Rainey's neck of the woods, right?
I am. I'm in
Okay.
Northwest Mississippi.
She's in the best
Nice.
place to do off-road riding. So Carson drove all the way from where he lives down almost in Gulfport up to here. Spent about an hour and a half on the highway and the rest of it off the highway on back roads.
Wow.
And I went down to meet him down in where the drag strip is, Holly Springs. And but yeah, that's about 7 hours of riding, and he only spent about an hour and a half of it on the highway. The rest of it was all off road. He went with a big group. He filmed a lot of it. This was probably about 3 years ago. So yeah, there's a lot of off road.
Is that the Pigs in the Forest, that group?
I do not know.
Riding out there.
I do not know.
Jima, you said you're going to Maine, right? Is that where
That's the plan.
is that where the Acadia National Park is? Isn't it Maine?
Yes. Yes.
Because I feel like I've seen some stuff of people exploring there. Are you planning to go there?
Well, I am, because in the Acadia National Forest there is a Harley Challenge stop, and so I'm trying to accomplish the 50 states challenge on Harley, where you go to the 50 states and you submit a picture at a certain spot of you, your bike, and the thing to Harley. And when you get all 50 done, they send you a rivet for home with your name and your accomplishment. And they also put a rivet on the wall at the Harley Davidson Museum in Milwaukee. So
So how
I
many
don't know
states
why.
do you have?
I've gotten to 20 so far. And it's been a couple years since I started.
So you have to ship to Hawaii, I guess.
Well, no, I'll go over there and rent a bike.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
you don't have to take your. Okay, all right. That
No,
makes sense.
you don't have to take your bike. Yeah, but no, I'll go over there and rent a bike for a day, do the thing, and go run around all day long, because renting a bike over there, I already looked into it, is stupid spendy. But yeah, but it has to be done. What can I say?
A lot of 650s. So I knew somebody that lived down there, and they rented a lot of the Savage. A lot of single thumper 650s down there.
Well, given the traffic situations over in Hawaii and the state of the roads, I want to be really specific about what type of bike I rent, because I mean I'm gonna have to haul all my gear over there with me, and stuff to set the bike up to be comfortable for me and to film on it. So it's gonna have to be a short person bike. So it'll probably wind up being a little Sportster or something.
Yeah, they like to, just like Japan, they like to, if you go to rent, it's usually going to be a smaller bike, smaller car, something that doesn't take up
Right.
a lot of space, because there's
Yeah.
not a lot of road space there.
Right. And I'm pretty comfortable with that too. I mean, one of the most cumbersome things about my Road King, of course, is just the size of it, and the fact that there's a lot more of it than my Dyna or my Sportster or even my Shovelhead. It's just a lot of bike.
Trying to
But
imagine
that's
you on
why
one of
I
those.
bought
Trying to imagine you on one of those little small scooters they sell on the islands that they rent. When you
I
when you
think
go to the
that'd be a
tourist
fucking
bureaus, they
blast.
have like 100 little
Yeah.
scooters out there on the sidewalk.
You know what? I think that you could actually still do that with one of those. So I would probably do that if one was available.
Those little scooters are a blast. They tell you can't drink on them, but what do they know? They're all a lot of fun.
They tell me I can't do a lot of things. Surprise! Here I am doing it.
Surprise, surprise.
That reminds me of my favorite joke to tell. I pulled over a lady on the base, and she got out, and she was clearly blasted out of her mind. And we had to wait for Millington to show up. And when Millington showed up, the officer asked her, "Have you been drinking tonight?" And she goes, "Oh, just one margarita with dinner. It's 2:00 in the morning." And she goes, "You seem a little like you've had a few more than that." "Oh, no, no." She goes, "Are you on any medication?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I got sciatica, and I take this for sciatica, and I had neck surgery, and I take this, and then I've got a slip disc, so I take this." And the officer asked her, "Well, do any of those drugs tell you that you can't drink alcohol with them?" She goes, "Oh no. I mean, they tell me that I shouldn't, but they don't tell me that I can't." Alrighty then. Can you get in the back of my car? We're gonna go places. I will never forget. The woman got out of her car. First, she fell asleep in her car while we were waiting for Millington to show up. Then when she gets out of the car, she falls flat on her face. And I'm like, I don't have to stick around on this. We've already handed her off, but I really want to see how this ends. Jerry, you've ridden a Sportster. You've never ridden a Sportster before? He's kind of tall. I don't know. Tall people ride Sportsters. Carson's pretty tall. He rides a Sportster.
I don't know. I'd ride a mini bike, and I'm 6 foot.
Dude, Sportster. My Sportster's a lot of fun. I mean, it's
Yeah.
people like to knock Sportster, but they're actually, like we've talked about last week, Sportsters are not like,
Well, they started
Super.
out as race bikes.
Yeah.
So
they're torquey as hell.
they were the original flat track bike.
So, Jeannie, you were talking about Harley money. A used Harley usually is about as much as a regular motorcycle. Granted, they wear a little better. I got to give them that, but they're actually not that much. If you get a used one, they don't really cost that much. And if this new 1200 comes from China, or this what's the new one that's coming out, the 450? They have a 450 that supposedly they've been talking about it for the last 2 years and been keeping it under wraps, and now they're talking about this new $8,000 Sportster, or the $6,000 Sportster they're going to be selling this year. So I think that might be it. I say Sportster, $6,000 Harley they're going to sell this year. So maybe we'll see. What's wrong with
The most
Bubba?
money-
That's my dog.
What's wrong? Is he feeling okay? How's his back?
He's fine. He's
got
just sleeping.
You get him drugged?
No, he won't take pills.
Apparently, he's been taking some prescription stuff for his back and his legs and his joints.
No, that's how he always
and
looks.
then, if you combine that with alcohol,
And give him
they didn't
a
say-
margarita. Yeah.
They didn't say you can't.
Didn't
Just
say he
that
can't.
wasn't a good idea. Because
Didn't say
he'll
one
bite.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a vicious little shit. When his back's out, it's like I try to give him medicine, but he bites. So it's like, okay, we're not doing that.
That reminds me of a joke, but Gina had something to say first. Go ahead.
Oh no, you were talking about the $6,000 Harley,
Yeah.
or Sportster, whatever. And the most I ever spent on a motorcycle is $4,200. So
That sounds about right.
So if you get a used $6,000 motorcycle, it'd be $4,200. Just
but
kidding.
As much as my wife doesn't like the motorcycle, what she really doesn't like is for me to spend money. So if I went in debt for a motorcycle, she'd kick me out of the house, I'm sure.
So spending money on motorcycles is a problem.
Spending money at all is the problem.
That
And
sounds
it's-
like something my ex-girlfriend would say. Yeah, no. There's several things that are not part of the main budget. You have the other stuff, and then you've got the
Yeah.
budget. And the budget doesn't include all the other stuff like motorcycles, motorcycle parts. I believe nails and spa treatments and hair and makeup is another one that's all over there in that budget that doesn't count. Okay, and then if there's anything left, we can pay for stuff in the budget. That's how that works. I get it though, not spending a bunch of money on a brand new bike. I always despised ever wanting to buy a brand new bike until this one came up. And I was just at a point in my life where, if I didn't do this, I know I was going to kick myself. So in 1990, I couldn't afford it. Everybody's heard this before. In 1990, I couldn't afford that original Fat Boy, and I ended up. Back then, I had bought a bike, a Harley actually, Heritage Softail for $3,000 from a guy, and because I don't buy new bikes, and this was the first and probably the only brand new bike I'll ever buy, just because of the ridiculous drop in value that happens over the first couple of years. So I'd rather, Rainey and I talked about this too. I'd rather ride around, see that one sitting in the garage and go, yeah, that sucker's been sitting in the same spot for like 3 months. I should go up and talk about that bike. And you know what? His significant other is going to come out and I'm going to go, wow, how long's that been sitting there? You should sell it. Hey, I'll give you $6,000. And then,
And
he's
she's
like,
going to say it's been there
wow,
too,
it's been
fucking long.
15. And then she's like, just sell it to him. Thank you.
Yeah, if I had more money to
It's right
spend
down there.
all the time, people are like, "Oh yeah, my dad has no Harley." "Oh really? What kind?" "I don't know. It's been sitting in the garage for 10 years." I'm like, "Is he selling it?" "Oh, probably not." And I'm thinking, I could talk them into selling that bike. Any bike that's been sitting for 10 years, they're going to want to sell. Somebody's going to want to sell
Yeah.
it because it's just one. It's a waste. I mean, why have anything like Jay Leno's garage? It's like at least he takes them out every once in a while. He feels the need to take them out. Why would you own anything that you're not going to have fun with? And I get these trophy edition stuff, yeah, if you've had good memories on it, I get it. But if you're going to buy something and not do anything with it, it's just a trophy. I mean, I don't know.
I've had my Sportster since 1982, and there was a period of a few years where it just sat in the garage. But, it's
Well, there's
my
a
brother's
different,
bike, so
there's a different story
it's gonna
behind
go.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good
But
reason
no,
behind that.
I mean, I think it's the same for a lot of other people that have had shit sit in their garage for a long time. Well, it was Uncle so-and-so's, and I miss Uncle so-and-so, and that's the last thing that he ever touched. So I can't get rid of it because then that'll be the last thing that he ever touched, and I can't go back and touch something he touched ever. I don't know. It's a big deal.
So
Some people just can't get rid of shit.
we had my wife's last bike. The guy bought it, put an exhaust on it, and parked it. When we bought it, the lady let it sit in the garage for 5 years, and she said she forgot it was there. He had 3 motorcycles, and it sat in the garage for 5 years. When the title came after it was paid off, that's when she realized it was still in the garage. But when he died,
Wow.
I guess she just shut the garage up, left it, didn't go back into it. And if she had to go back into it, she didn't want to look at anything. And so when she started got the title in the mail, and then she decided to just go ahead and sell all his motorcycles. But we got that bike with 52 miles on it.
Wow.
It's 5 years old with 52 miles on it. So, again, there's reasons for bikes to sit like that. But
So where is that bike now?
so my other friend, Gunta, came and bought it because my wife again got sick again and she couldn't ride. So we put it back on the market. And a lady came and got it who had a Victory, the X2, the cross country. And the bike was too big for her, so she wanted a smaller bike. And when she came to look at that bike, it was a perfect bike for her. And she bought it. And
That's
now she
cool.
rides it all over the place. She ended up putting a tour kit on it, put saddlebags on it, put a trunk on it, duded it out like a touring bike, and it was a 700. She duded it up and she rides it all over the place now. So the perfect person ended up with it, the person that needed it. Because she rides the shit out of it.
I don't know. I've only sold one bike, and I regretted it, and I'll never do it again.
Yep. I've sold one and it's still in my family and I'm still so fucking butthurt about it.
Yep, I'll never do it again. I sold it to.
It's still in my garage, but still.
Sold it to a guy. It was a great deal for him, and he took it and he chopped it, and it just pissed me off because he People would want to do that. I don't know. That just pissed me off. And then it ended up getting impounded later anyway. But and that's where I found out what he did to it. It looked so ugly and stupid. And now,
Oh my.
I'll never do it again. I'll never sell another bike.
Yeah.
I felt bad
Yeah.
for the bike. Here was this Heritage Softail that had taken care of me for so many years and kept me happy, and I put everything into it, because I care about it because it's taking care of me, so I'm taking care of it. And then
Right.
circumstances came around. I was like, okay, I'm going to sell this one because I've got this other one. I sell it to this guy, and then he just treats it like a rented mule. No, no, never again. I'll never sell another bike, not unless it's not
How
unless
many
it's
do you have?
request. What's that?
How many do you have?
I
Some.
I don't know now. Gotta count.
I have 4.
Okay,
4.
I'll say 4
4.
or 5 or
Doug has more than I do.
Are yours all Harleys?
no. I've got
Yes.
two 1200 RTs also.
Mine are.
So yeah.
So,
rest-
Like I get the attraction to having more than one bike, but to me, it would be like because they do different things. So,
Well-
like your 4 Harleys, what's
Well,
I'll
what's
tell you.
different about them?
I can see you're curious. Is it a brand loyalty thing? It's not. It's a matter of my brother died in 82 and he left me my Sportster. And then, so I had that and I learned how to work on it. And so then I knew it would never be, well, I took a couple of long trips on it and it was a bitch.
geez,
So
smiling rainy.
I wanted a better distance bike. So I bought a shovelhead Harley, brought it home in the back of my truck because it was in 4 boxes and the cases were split. And I taught myself how to work on that. And I sourced the parts, put it back together days before YouTube. So that's sitting in my garage. And as a matter of fact, right now it has a fresh engine just waiting to be rebuilt. And so then more time went on and, technology changes. And so I left my job at the state and they said, oh, we shouldn't have gotten rid of you. Let's buy you a new motorcycle to make up for that. That's my cat Zipper. But so I bought a 2015 Dyna and I've got almost 80,000 miles on it. Not as much as some, more than some. But anyway, so, my mechanic and I talked about, because I like to ride distance. And so I decided that I needed something that would do better by me for distance. And I started looking for a better bike. And I have a 2021 Road King because it's got a bigger gas tank, bigger saddlebags, and a cruise control. And those were my big deals that I wanted. And so I've got every bike I wanted, except for now I'd like a little ADV bike. Because
Yep.
I'd like to go do some BDRs up here.
Nice. You know what? I've always
We have a
been into-
lot. And that's where I
always-
started riding when I was a kid. I was like a dirt bike rider
Yeah.
when I was
You know,
10.
Gina, I've always been into Harleys, and then I met this guy that I'm not going to name any names or anything or point, but he ends up talking me into some kind of BMW deal, and I ended up with 2 of them.
I would have been happy
And-
with one. I mean,
And he was probably pretty close to being perfectly right on them, So I got to tell you, with those 1200 RTs, you can take a curve and just let go in the middle of the curve and just hold.
oh yeah, those RTs are what's the word? Intuitive.
Engineered perfectly. So I've taken the transition ramps between the freeways here at the speed limit at 65, 90. And
So you
as
have-
you're going around, you can literally just let go and it's going to just keep the curve. It'll hold right to it until you straighten it up. So yeah, really, really good handling bikes. Really good handling, really good engines. I had a needle bearing come off of the cam drive gear and blow apart. It was actually damaged before I got that bike, and the bike still ran. It ran for another 100 miles to get me back to the house. So BMW engines are pretty well engineered. Even when
Oh, yeah.
something goes wrong, catastrophic, they're still going to run.
Yeah, I remember the first motorcycle adventure book that I read, Lone Rider. Elspeth, do you know? She was the first woman to ride across the world, and she was riding a BMW motorcycle. I didn't even know BMW made motorcycles at the time, um, and she just talked about how tough it was. So Elspeth Beard, that's her name. Um, and but then so when I actually saw this one listed on Facebook Marketplace, I thought I have no business owning a BMW. Like I can't, you know. But when I looked at the price of it, and then because of the size and everything, I just couldn't like. I was going to spend the same amount for a little Honda CBR that couldn't even do the things that I wanted to do. So I went with it, and now I feel I feel like the bikes I've had in the past were. What did you do?
I'm
Did I
stirring
do
the
something?
pot.
No, he's
So
stirring
it's
the
okay,
pot.
keep going.
Go ahead. We'll talk about it in a
Ignore
minute.
him.
Go ahead,
He's
Gina.
just that way.
Okay.
After.
No, it's
No.
not you. It's him.
Long story short, this bike, what I really like about it is that it's tough. And I feel like I'm at a point in life where I have to be okay with falling sometimes. And
Yep.
this bike is built for that. Um, and I'm looking forward to learning to fall on that bike and then get back up. So I think this is going to be one of those like the other bikes. My first one I traded in for my second one, and then my second one, my ex-husband got it in the divorce, and then my third one I sold it like just when my mom died, and there was just like no emotional connection to it. But I feel like there is one to this one.
Well, yeah, that bike's taking care of you. I mean, junior high
Yep.
teacher, if you're not doing something to relieve your stress, then, geez, you know,
Well, I'm in high school now.
high school.
I was
oh, that's
yeah, I
even
was
better.
I was middle school for 10 years, but now I'm in high school, so it's a lot easier.
You know, there should be some kind of mental disability pay for anybody that teaches for more than 10 years in the public system. Okay.
Hazardous
Yeah,
duty
you're
pay.
right. You're right.
It's like, no, you're retired. 10 years? No, you're done. You gotta, you're on this disability pay the rest of your life. Sorry, we know what you've had to do.
But it gives me summers off to travel.
So you can go to Little Sturgis with me this year. I saw you looking at a pen. Oh, she's froze up. Anyway,
I got to get out of here pretty quick, guys.
all right, Gma, thanks for coming in.
Go.
Stir that.
Do you have a van?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Gina says her battery died.
Get a van.
Okay.
And then put free candy on the side. Show up, just park out front.
That's always fun.
Don't worry. Everybody will be okay with it. Jeez.
So Gina said her battery died. So I sent her the link for her computer. Maybe she'll be getting back on inside where there's the light.
Yeah, the thing I was laughing at, and God, now that she's not watching, it's kind of hard to explain.
I think she's still
It's in the
watching.
comments where Diana said, "I miss our BMW," and I'm going, "Oh yeah." Screenshot this.
Well, she's actually done that twice. She wanted the BMW. She liked the BMW better, but it just got to the point where I couldn't on long trips. Just couldn't.
Yeah.
Because that seat was just so high. For smaller trips, a couple hour trips, half day trips, it's fine. Being on that thing more than about 6 hours when you get ready to put your feet down, my hips were just killing me because it's so high, especially with her and all the luggage. By the time I put it in two-player mode, that seat was like 36 and a half inches high. So it was like, it just was way too high.
Did you have floorboards on that, or were they pegs?
I had floorboards in the front, and I got her floorboards for the back also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
what improvement? Maybe she'll comment. What was that? Just a lot more comfortable for her, or did it even matter?
It was an absolute sofa. I mean, and she can put her comments in, but the thing was just, it's like a gull wing. It was just a huge ass back seat. She had a huge padded backrest. It was just perfect ergonomics for her. And in one player mode, it was perfect for me. But for going on long trips, tandem trips, it just by the time you got it where it was high enough, these hips, they're great, but just there's a point where it's like, okay, I've either got to get something that's more comfortable to ride, or I'm not going to be able to make these long trips anymore.
Yeah.
So I had to
Is
make
she
the
not able
decision.
to travel distance anymore?
She doesn't. Can she travel distance? Yes. Is it
Yeah.
harder on her? Also, yes.
Oh, bummer.
Gina said she enjoyed it, but her wife needs attention now. We're lucky to even get her in. So thank her. If you're still watching, thank your wife for us for
Thank
letting
you,
you in.
Gina.
Thanks,
Bye.
Gina. Come back.
I'm thanking her for letting us letting us play with her for a while.
Well, I wouldn't give anybody a hard time if I don't like them. So
Yeah.
that's why I just sit back. If you see me just sitting back and folding my arms, going,
I
Hang on, I gotta go check and see if it's raining very hard out. I'll be right back.
no the other
okay,
the other
I'm
bike that
making that free candy sign for the band.
Yeah, that too.
she
Smart
didn't she didn't let me when I sold the other BMW. Crap. Yeah, she gave me a hard time about that too.
Fuck, it's cold out
Because
here.
the 1100 RT. I'm gonna mute her real quick before we start hearing fart noises.
Holy shit.
And the Tourette's comes out.
All right. No. Yeah, I hate having a bike that I know that I'm not gonna ride because I don't feel I'm doing the bike justice. So,
I find it is a good excuse to take the bikes out for a ride.
well, again, if I had,
I gotta go ride that.
well, even if I had, so if I had the Sportster, I know I'm gonna get it out and ride it. If I had another touring bike, I know it would just sit in the garage.
Yeah.
So the only one I've actually truly felt bad about getting rid of is when I bought the Gunner. I got rid of the 1100 RT, and I felt really bad about that because I love that bike. But I was like, well, I got to be responsible. Get rid of the bike. And literally after the guy drives away with it, my wife's like, probably could have kept that bike. I'm like, well, you should have said that about an hour ago. But I was thinking I got to be responsible. It's extra insurance. It's extra storage in the garage. But
Yeah.
No,
Anyway, I gotta get my gear on and head out.
I disagree.
Bye, guys.
go have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Check that photo. I posted the one gas station story on Instagram. I posted the photo on there.
Let me drag it up.
We aren't bragging if it's true.
Did you tag us?
Oh no, I don't even know how to do all that stuff.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if I can go back in and do that. Shoot. I don't know. Like I said, the bikes that have taken care of me, it's hard to get rid of because it's you look and go, oh, I remember this and I remember that. I look at them, I get all the memories, and it's like, okay, I haven't taken this out for a while. I'm gonna go down here to the parking lot. We've got a large parking lot on the other side of the private airport here, and I can go out and just do slow speed parking lot work and just have a blast. Just follow the little painted marks that some mysterious person sprayed. so yeah, it's they all get to get ridden. And then I've got plans for the one bike. I'd like to actually do some performance stuff on it and just see how I can get that thing onto a track for baggers. And then and the other one, it's going to be a 2-up bike. So just for everything, I'll probably turn that one into my daily commuter instead of the electric glide because I've got to have something to put tools and stuff into, and I have to carry my laptop around and work laptop. So yeah, I'll turn that one into a commuter and / under 600-mile day bike.
I do want to. I am going to get rid of the Kawasaki because it's incomplete. I don't have any stories for it yet. And when I get rid of that one, I probably will look for a actual project bike that I'm going to keep after I'm done with it.
Yeah, well, that's what you had said from the beginning was you weren't sure. You weren't sure when you got it. You were like, I'll probably fix it up, ride around, have fun with it, and then sell it. You know,
It was well, it was
so
free. I couldn't turn it down. The guy I knew the guy had bought it like a year before, and I was like, well, if you need any help fixing it up, man, I'll help you with it. And then when he goes, well, I got the bike. I'm not going to do anything with it, and if it sits in my garage, I'll feel bad. And I haven't touched it at all. At least you can get it running if you want to. Just do whatever you want to with it. So I got it running. I've done enough stuff to it to get it street worthy, except for putting on lights. So now
yeah.
I think I should probably just give it to somebody else, let them get it actual roadworthy where they can get it registered, and it can be somebody else's, because sport bikes just aren't my thing anymore. So, is what it is.
Well, I don't know. To get out on a track with a sport bike, there's a commitment there. It's kind of like doing rodeo stuff. It's why I don't do rodeo stuff anymore, because I know it hurts a little longer when you land.
Yep.
So
And I know I'm not as fast as I used to be. The synapses don't fire as quick as they used to. It would be for fun. But I'm too competitive. I would say I'm just going to do it for fun, but I'm too competitive. I want to win, and I'd eventually, I ain't as good as I once was, but I can still do it once. So,
yeah,
but with that, it's just like when I always ask the question, what bike would you like to ride once, knowing that you could never do it again afterwards? Mainly the reason being, if I did it once, I'd hold myself in check. I wouldn't go balls to the walls with it. I'd ride it once and go, you know what? I think I can go it faster. And then that would be the round that I'd kill myself on. So just everything once, have a good time with it. But I know that's not in my blood. If I do it once, I want to do it again, and I want to do it better the next time. I'm way too competitive, even just to myself.
if there's ever something that's so risky that I think I'm gonna get dead over, and I'm gonna do it once, I will. They're gonna have a hard time getting a smile off my face in the morning. Okay, so that's it. Funny story. Where the heck was that? North of Albuquerque. The ex and I were up doing a patient visit, and can't name names. And she says, you've got that on. You've got a Harley, and I said, yeah, I ride. And she goes, yeah, my husband and I used to take off all over the place, and he rode every day. He didn't even have a car. He just rode his bike everywhere. She said they came back from a trip, dropped her off. She went in, started getting cleaned up and put stuff away and everything. And he went down to the gas station. Of course, somebody turned left in front of him. He ended up with a head injury and died. And I said, oh, it's got to be tough. And she goes, yeah, it was for a while, and but he was doing what he loved. And I said, yeah, no, I was talking about the morticians. How did they get the smile off his face? You're all the same. She started laughing. She goes, you're all the same, but you're the first one that's told me that. Finally, somebody that's real. And it was like, yeah, that's really it. He died doing what he loved doing.
Again, it's an old meme or whatever. Die doing what you want to do, and you hear it all the time, but it's true. People don't like to hear it, but it's like, what's the old joke? I want to go out like my grandfather did in my sleep, not like all his passengers screaming and yelling. Yeah, I want to go down doing something I want to do. If it's not, I don't want to die quietly. Do not go gentle into that good night. I want to do something worthy. I want to be worthy.
I don't want to be in bed with everybody looking at me all sad.
No.
That's just not the way to go. So, granted, I don't want this to happen for a long, long time because I have so many risky things to do. but yeah, it's just one of those things. We ride. We all know somebody that's been injured, somebody that's died doing what we love doing, and good on them. We miss them. It sucks. It doesn't go away, but we also kind of smile when we think back of all the dumb, risky, fun stuff that we did.
Yeah, it makes for a life worth living. Granted, I don't want to be so stupid that I kill myself needlessly over something dumb, but I do want to have a worthy life.
Well, I have insurance.
I saw a meme the other day. It says, my grandfather wanted to go out in the way of the warrior, not peacefully. Right before he died, he threw a bedpan at the nurse.
Yeah, no. That's not how I want to go. That sounds like a really painful death. The one that controls the meds. No.
Have you ever watched the movie Little Big Man? where the
So
the movie Little Big Man with Dustin Hoffman.
oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
And at the end, the guy's like crawls up onto the funeral pyre and says, "Today is a good day to die." And then it starts raining, and the rain's hitting him in the face. He goes, "Maybe tomorrow will be a better day."
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Jeez. Oh, has this storm come to you guys yet? Because I know it's coming.
It's been actually nice. It's supposed to be clear all week. We got rain last week. It's supposed to be clear all this week. It actually warmed up.
Yeah, the news was talking about how it's going to be terrible rain. It just sprinkled. It barely even got wet here.
It was 75 here today. It was cloudy.
The east.
Yeah, it was
So,
cloudy
it's
today,
cloudy. Yeah. So it finally cooled off a little bit. I think it's down to like 65 degrees now.
but it's gonna
Sorry,
be
everybody.
yeah, it's gonna be sunny all weekend. It's gonna rain next weekend and cool off again.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot, I saw somewhere Colorado they were wearing shorts, running around, going just enjoying the warm weather, and it was like perfect. As long as it stays right around this temperature all the time, I'm happy. Of course, summer's coming. So
Summer
our
is coming.
starts in-
I take it back. It says it's gonna be well. Look at this is another 3-day week, but yeah, it says next week it's going to. So yeah, Monday morning 38, Tuesday morning 26, Wednesday morning 28. So only got to work 3 days this week. So it's gonna get it's gonna be the 76 tomorrow, 75 Sunday, and then Monday 41, 39, and 52. So it's gonna be a nice weekend all weekend this weekend, and then it's gonna get cold again next week.
How cold is too cold?
Tuesday morning 26 might be a little tight.
Yeah, no.
Usually below
Well,
30,
I-
because around this time of year when it's still wet and it gets down to 30, you get ice slips.
Yeah,
So
I barely have the gear for anything under 50. Okay.
yeah, it's well on the way to work last week it was like 45 and I was in jeans. It's not that bad because you get used to it after it's been a while. Now when it's 70 one day and 40 the next, that's when your body isn't agreeing with you. It's like, damn it, your body's just like hasn't quite got used to it yet. So
Yeah, I'm fully acclimated to the Arizona desert, so anything under 50 on a bike, you better have some, or I better have some heated grips and a heated seat. Otherwise, yeah, no, it just hurts. It's just painful at this age.
yeah, I am looking for grips. Well, I got the heated gloves and that helps a lot. Actually, more than the heated grips. The heated seat. When I've got the pants on, I can't feel the seat anyway. Oh, excuse my French. But longer rides, I'll probably look for a heated seat for longer stuff because like just going to work and then riding around here, I won't need a heated seat.
So what's the furthest distance you and yours have taken the new bike out?
The new one, not real far. We rode down to Tupelo, which is about an hour and a half away. Did some back roads there and then came back. So maybe
I know
three,
you asked,
maybe
was her
300 miles in a day.
What was her thoughts on the comfort between the two bikes?
Obviously, the BMW. She liked. I mean, the BMW seat was a couch. Literally, it was absolutely a couch.
You got a plan to make this one more comfortable?
I do. I mean, seats. It's gonna wait. We're gonna have to wait till that new year money gets in. We're trying to sell a house down in Texas right now, so we're trying to pad the budget a little bit before we jump off that edge again.
It's that budget again. It's got to be two separate.
Some of us do. Well, our budget ain't as tight as it used to be. Like I said, we used to when we first got together, moved down to Louisiana. Our grocery budget was $20 a week, and somehow we made it last. Now our grocery budget is probably $300 a trip, and it's like we don't even look at it. So there is slightly as a budget, but it's like it ain't sure hell ain't tight as it used to be. I sure eat a lot more steak now than I did back when we first got together.
I found that out with this experimental diet stuff. I've lost 8% of my body so far, and I'm still kicking down. The grocery budget has dropped dramatically. I'm not buying near as much crap, so saving money doing that. So what were you thinking for making the bike more comfortable? Just different seat or?
For her, a different seat. I mean, it's got comfortable pegs in the back. It's got huge wide, big wide Harley pegs. So for her, the seat.
What about a different suspension as well?
The suspension is actually really nice on this bike. It's not rocky at all. It's actually probably more smooth than the BMW was. The BMW made up for it with the seat though, but it's just a different bike.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's almost night and day between the two.
Yep.
One, sorry to say this, the BMWs handle really, really, really well, and the Harley's just built for comfort and long distance. You know,
Yep.
you've got that bat wing on the front, keeping the wind from beating you up and everything. So, heck yeah.
I'm absolutely
That's
impressed
the-
by. Again, I always thought a movable fairing would be harder to keep on the wind and for 18 wheelers and shit. And again, it's probably due to the height of the bike. You're just so much lower, you catch less wind.
Yeah.
And it actually is easier to handle around 18 wheelers because it was, again, plus you're looking at about 100 pounds less with the Harley than the BMW. That 1600 is a bunch of bike. That's why I was looking to get that R18 because the R18 is about the same weight as the Street Glide. So, and it's a lot lower. And but you couldn't find one around here. The closest place you could get, and they were really cheap too. They were almost giving them away, but you had to go up to St. Louis to get one. So just not worth going for a day trip just to look.
Found that out too. When you go on and you look at used bikes, the least amount, those are the most comfortable bikes out there because they're never going to sell. They're going to keep them forever, you know. So yeah, that's kind of one way I turn and look and go, well, how many of this model are out there? How many of this model are out there for sale? Oh, look, there's only one of these in the whole state for sale right
Yeah.
now. Oh, okay. Well, that's probably a really good bike to go and try on. So yeah, it's kind of it's my cheat code for finding a good bike.
Yeah, there's a BMW dealer here that had some, and as soon as he got them in, they'd sell. I mean, like you literally had to go that day. Once they announced on their website they had it, you had to go that day. But
Wow.
the K16s now are the ones that they're not selling. The R18s are selling immediately as they come in.
Yeah.
And I think it's the K16s were good bikes, but they weren't selling the ones that were unfaired. So the K16 basics, like the Bs,
Yeah.
they don't sell very well. The full baggers with the trunks and the R18, the full setup, they go fast.
Yeah, you were talking about that, the fairing that moves along with you, like Street Glide or whatever. I actually like those a heck of a lot better than like a fixed fairing like the road glides and stuff. I like that Street Glide type fairing where I can.
I've definitely gotten used to it, and I definitely prefer it more now.
Yeah, I know there's people that like one, there's people that like the other. I prefer what I prefer. That's just how it goes. I know the comments will probably go crazy.
No, and that's exactly it. I mean, we ride motorcycles. That one extra inch of seat height, that could be huge for somebody, and somebody else it wouldn't bother them at all. I'm 5'10". You look at somebody that's 6'2", R18 is the perfect height. What are you talking about? That K16 is the perfect bike. What do you mean? So
and that's something too. I've heard a lot of people talk about on different channels. I'm going to lowering. I'm going to lower it. It's like, don't do that. You're going to screw up your handling on your bike. Just go get the right suspension.
Get the right one first. Yep.
Get the right aftermarket place that'll do it. There's quite a few of them out there. And your recommendation, ask. I mean, I've got some good ideas. I'm sure you do too. Get the right suspension for you and do it the right way. Don't throw too much of an angle on those rear shocks. Otherwise, you're going to have problems with handling. And you see it all the time. They'll turn around. Oh, well, I'm getting, speed wobbles or whatever, the death wobble. And it's like, yeah, because you did this, dummy.
Yeah, you did something the bike wasn't built to do. The perfect example of that, so I was looking at Fortnite, was talking about the Honda, the 1300 that they had and the 1100 they had. They basically changed the rake by 2 degrees, shortened the bike like an inch and a half, and it completely destroyed the handling of the bike, and it made the bike a death machine. And that's how he put it. And they changed just 2 small little things on the bike, and the bike went from handling great to being an awesome bike that cops wanted and long distance tours wanted. Changed one little thing, and the bike was a menace. And it's, but again, it's like every biker is going to want his perfect thing for his perfect setup for his legs, his arms, his head, his reach, and that won't be the same for everybody. So one thing is perfect for you won't be perfect for somebody else. Make it your own, but make sure there's a lot of money that goes into engineering. So when things are
Well,
engineered correctly, they handle
there's a
correctly.
thought. There's that thought process that goes into it. Oh, quick little side comment. Just a biker girl says hi. She's traveling at the moment, so
Okay.
she won't be in tonight. But yeah, there's a thought process that goes into it. What's my primary purpose for this? What am I going to do? Am I going to go, riding 1,500 miles with it? Do I want to get there and be able to do something and not have the wind beat me up the whole way? So you're going to want something with a fairing, a good windshield, to keep everything off of you, and the windshield's got to be high enough to keep the wind off your passenger as well. You know, how am I going to, what am I going to do for comfort? That's really what it comes to in the end. And I know everybody turns and looks, and you see these 20, 30, 40-year-olds, and they're getting all these bikes and going crazy with them. And that's great. I'm not going to fault them. They're grabbing the bike they want. I don't want discomfort or something I can only ride 100 miles with before I have to get off and just start, you know, thinking about getting in the hot tub.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all about comfort. It's a funny thing that we always ask, what would be your favorite bike? Well, it's the one I've got, because it's the one I've got that I ride the most, is the most comfortable bike I have. And as we get older, they all end up with, I'm sorry, what did you just get? So we all end up with a street glide or something like that, an electric glide, something to where it's a sit back, relax, keep the wind from beating you up, go long distances, and go wherever you want to go.
Yeah, and it's funny how the bike you made fun of, like I said, we used to make fun of Gull Wings. Oh my, Gull Wings! Oh my God, that's an old people bike. Well, when I start making long trips and I need to carry about 100 pounds of gear with me, I got a bike like the Gull Wing because that's what I needed. And then
And they're reliable.
make fun of the Street Glide, make fun of all these little short fat bikes, for short fat riders. Guess what? That's a comfortable ass bike, and it hits the point where that's the bike that you need. When it comes down to, I've either got to get something comfortable or stop riding. What's your choice going to be? Do you hang up your spurs or do you get a slower horse?
It's a funny thing about the Gold Wing. Every time that you got to stop to fix something on the bike you're on, and you turn to look at the guy riding the Gold Wing, and he's smiling, handing you his tools.
Or when you've got to stop for gas and that 7-gallon gas tank still ain't even got a dent in it.
He's handing you his tools that aren't dirty. It's like, wow, this is like a brand new tool pouch. Yeah, he's never used them. So, but yeah, it is about that reliability and that comfort, and that's, with my bike, the way that I maintained that electric glide, like I said, I ran from Gallatin, which is just north of Nashville, all the way through to Phoenix. Didn't do hotels. We stopped at gas stations and kept going, and did not have a problem with it the whole way. And of course, there's a speed setting on there where we set it. It wasn't at 65, but we set that cruise control pretty good because I had a toothache and I just really wanted to get the hell home. Because the next day I was having emergency surgery, so I wasn't doing it there.
Jason Ghost says, I came into this world screaming and covered in someone else's blood. I plan on going out the same way.
Shit.
Do it. Go out kicking and screaming.
Yeah. I don't know. I think when they held me up by my feet and gave me a smack, my dad told me that I just kind of had this look on my face like, you do that again. Do that again, watch what happens.
What's the country and western song? We come into this world kicking and screaming. No. We come into this world yelling giddy up. We go out yelling whoa.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's a whole thing. There's a picture somewhere of me jumping off a horse onto a cow to wrestle him down, and I wouldn't do that again because the picture shows I'm wearing shorts and like some kind of deck shoe that, like, no socks, no shirt, and all I kept thinking was, wow, I wouldn't do that today. That would take me down for a few minutes,
So yeah, for sure. I like the comfort. I like comfort bikes. Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't get on a sport bike and go have fun for an hour,
Oh yeah.
because I absolutely would, and I can't wait till her and her husband show up at the house so I can take her bike to Yuma like she promised. And we all know who we're talking about. She
Oh,
won't.
oh shoot! I didn't send her a reminder. I was supposed to send her a reminder to come in tonight.
Oh shoot! Dang, yeah, I
Oops.
got to give her a hard time because I don't just let anybody ride my bikes, but if she's gonna let me on hers,
Oh, your Instagram picture just popped up
oh okay,
with the truck with the
yeah,
cop truck.
that was a true story. You'll notice that unmarked sitting there behind the bikes, and
I
the
see
look
it.
on my buddy's face, like, ooh. Yeah, not we're not bragging, we're telling true stories. Wow, that was a good night. Actually, that state patrolman was a really good guy. We ended up talking to him about the house he was building down near Casa Grande. He was actually building it himself, so on his off time, and we hooked him up with a couple of different connections for stuff for his house to get better deals on stuff. So, but but yeah, it was a good interaction, meaning no citations were issued.
No dogs were harmed in the filming of this video.
That's right. We got full endorsements from everybody. but but yeah, so coming full circle, it was a good year. It was a really good year. No big injuries this year, as far as I can remember. I don't. She's not shaking her head, so I don't think I got hurt this year
I
at all.
I do need to now that Gma's gone. My trip down to the Natchez Trace was probably the most memorable ride I took.
Nice.
I rode all the way down. So me and Gma went all the way down to the crossroads. Well, when I went down to Natchez Trace, I kept going. I stopped there for lunch, kept going all the way down to Natchez, Mississippi, which what do they call it? And it's an antebellum city where everything is basically, they have parts of it that are like Civil War era houses, Civil War era neighborhoods, and like design and stuff. There's riverboats there. There's like old colonial, like, well, I guess can't say colonial, but old Southern antebellum stuff.
Mm.
So I stayed in a hotel there, ate in a Mexican restaurant that was so good. I came back for breakfast the next morning, and nobody spoke English in the place. I had to point to menus to get stuff and work what little Spanish I had to get stuff ordered. It was fantastic. And then I took off and went on the ride all the way up the Natchez Trace Road, and it was just gorgeous. And then I had a flat, a little over halfway up it. So I do have to go back this spring and finish the Natchez Trace ride, do it the rest of the way. And that's what's on my bucket list for next spring.
Yeah, I think next year's stuff. If Sheila and her husband show up down here, we'll take a trip down to the Yuma Territorial Prison and take a little tour. Um, that's actually probably the only thing really to do in Yuma anyway. It's a territorial prison. Um, let's see here. I want to ride. I think it's called Highway 491, which is on the east side of Arizona. It used to be Devil's Highway 666, but they had to change the name because everybody was stealing the signs. I want to do that from all the way south to all the way up on the north end. I'd like to do a Route 66 ride, but I may end up doing that one just through Arizona's portion of it. I want to do Highway 1 in California, which Gma and I are kind of side talking about doing. We're just debating on which end we're going to start at. Just I guess it depends on what the weather's going to be like when we finish. But we're kind of talking about that. I'd like to do, and I'm not really planning it, but I'd like to run up 395 from one end to the other, Highway 395 through California and Oregon and all that. I think that'd be fun, and I may end up doing that at the same time that we do that Pacific Coast Highway run. Is I'll do one way up 395 and one way down through Pacific Coast Highway, or vice versa. So yeah, that'll be a good time, and I'm still debating on which bike I want to take for that one. So I'd like to see. I don't know if I have the two up done on the BMW. That might be a fun one. Since we'll be with somebody else riding. I don't. I usually ride way too many miles for anybody to really enjoy themselves with me. So if I'm riding something that's not as comfortable, maybe I won't ride so many miles.
I
So
was just thinking, since Gina said she rides a little slower, she'd be the perfect candidate to ride with me on the Natchez Trace. Because the speed
yeah.
limit is 45, 50 miles an hour the whole way. And there's a lot of cops on that road. If you didn't see that from the video that I made last spring, the speed limit is very tightly controlled there.
Yeah. For for me, it's a little bit different when it comes to speed. If if there's stuff to stop and see, I don't want to go blowing by it at 90 mile an hour and missing it and having to turn around and come back. So if there's a lot of stuff to see on a ride, yeah, I'm going to go slower because I'm going to be jumping off the road to look at stupid stuff like, oh wow, did you see that rock? I got to go check that out. you know. And she knows this. I do all kinds of stupid stuff like that. It's like, what was that? There's a little pillar over there. Oh, look, it's a county marker from like 1908. You know, so yeah, I do tend to what do they call it? Fruit stand. We call it fruit standing. It's like, oh, we gotta stop. I gotta take a look. We gotta see what's going on there. You know, crazy little diners and stuff like that, or old gas stations are fun too.
Yeah, we rode
So
through. I'd mentioned this before when I was with Steve when we were going up to Willow Springs. We passed through a town that's all like little restaurants and fruit stands and tchotchke stands and stuff. And that's next time we go through, that's where I want to go. I want to stop there. I want to see what's there.
Willow Springs. Where exactly is that? Is that that's not
It's
the race the track up like in
That's the track. Yes, track in
LA?
California. It's right outside of Los Angeles. When I
Is
say
it like
right
it's
outside Los
on
Angeles, Los Angeles is freaking huge. But
okay, so it's north. You know what? I'm gonna pull that up right now because it I might have been around there.
yeah, look at my video when I went to Willow Springs with Indy Ridge, and you can see all the shops on the side of the road. And it's literally you're driving through the desert. And there's mountains and there's hills and there's little valleys and there's like cliffs and it's just gorgeous.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I have been to that one. Yeah, there was a road that I did with the agency that I work for. It's a middle of nowhere dirt road, and I put in a road just east of there. It's a dirt road, and yeah, that was one of the places that I actually stopped and checked out. They weren't doing anything that day, but I did check out the track, so I've actually been there. Not like you guys, which was fun. You
Dude,
know?
they had dirt track going on. They had some stock cars on the bottom track. They had some little minis and Porsches running. They had these. I don't even know how to explain these cars. They were the size of MG midgets. They don't. They look
Okay.
like somebody built them in their garage, but just little kit cars. But they were tiny little things. And I'm sure there's a fancy name for what they are, but they were just tiny. The cars couldn't have been more than maybe 6 feet long, 8 feet long, some of them, and literally like a person wide. They look like a canoe with wheels on them, but they were
Wow.
just quick. But
Yeah, the only thing that I've ever dabbled with are the late models, which was in southern Indiana. Granted, some characters there, and Fred Schultz when he was still this way. God, I'm old. When he was still doing sprint cars in Southern California on the circuit down here, God, he gave me so much stuff. I ended up selling one of my cars to his son. I mean, shoot, anybody that you can sit there in the garage, drink beer with, and work on engines all night, and then after several beverages, decide, hey, let's see if we can fit that 454 into that 82 Camaro. Good, that's a good guy right there. So I haven't talked to that guy in years. So I don't even know what his status is right now. But yeah, the sprint cars were a lot of fun messing with those. I'm not sure which what the series is for the cars you're talking about. There, without
I'm
actually
looking.
seeing
So Serenity said it was Ledgins, and I'm looking up the Ledgins, and I don't.
Redkins. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
It keeps pulling up Legends, the movie. So it's. I'll have to do some digging. We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, this year we, I don't have anything set in stone. There might be a surprise. There might be a surprise somewhere along the year, but we'll have to plan that way out. And I'm not going to get into details on that one until after certain things are asked. But yeah, it should be a fun year. We'll see how everything goes. So, and I don't know if there's any other new bikes that are coming. We'll decide that if the circumstances are right, I guess. So, unless somebody wants to give me a bike, feel free, because it'll go to a good home.
Well, it took me, I looked for this bike, almost a year. I knew I wanted a different bike. I wanted a more comfortable bike. And I looked and I was like, okay, maybe, let's think about it. But then when I got on this bike, it was like, this is my bike. This is it.
Nice.
And I was always messing with Diana. I'd take a picture of one of those $40,000 ones they had up there, that they had painted the entire bike red or the entire bike like candy apple blue or something. But I sent her this one and she was like, okay, that one's only, it was 16,000. And she was like, okay, that was nice. I was like, no, I'm serious. I really want this one. This is really nice. And she's like, okay, go get it. And we went back up and I was like, is it still there? You didn't sell it, did you? Nope, we're putting it aside for you. And
Nice.
the rest is history. Now it's in the garage.
Nice. I like it.
Which I
like
think
it.
that should be everybody. And I tell that everybody about everybody, when everybody, what bike should I get? The one you sit on and the bike screams at you. Not the bike that you sit on and go, yeah, this is okay. All right, yeah. Never get the bike
Yeah,
you say you want to get before you get on it, because that's not the bike for you.
Well, it's kind of like we do everything else. We look and say, "Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Let's sit on that one. Okay, let's take it around the block. I really like it." And then a month later, you're saying, "Wow, I really love this bike."
Yep.
And then, later on, you're realizing, "Man, I can't ride this one as far." Okay, well, this will just be the short trip bike. This will be the short trip mistress for the garage.
That bike, when I took it, and I asked them, I was like, I'm friends with the dealership, and I was like, well, can I take it for a test ride? And they're like, yeah. So I took it out, and I come out, I was like, all right, who's going with me? Nobody. You're a big boy. Take it for a ride. I was like, where can I take it? He goes, take it wherever you want to. We got your bike. So, all right.
Yeah, you're coming back.
Yeah. And so I rode it on the highway, got off on some back country roads. I got it off on some back little, basically those black top roads that have no line on them at all, not even a center line. Took it down some of those, and I'm like, this is my bike. This is what I want to do with this bike. This is great. And when I got back, I'm like, yep, that's it. I didn't even bring it back inside the dealership. I parked it outside and went inside, did all the paperwork. I'm like, you want to bring it back in and take some pictures? Nope. Well, let's bring it up in front of the sign, take some pictures. Nope, I'm leaving. I'm going with it. Let's go.
You were talking about taking the bike out for a long test ride. I'm not saying which brand does this, but if you're able to take a brand new bike out for a test ride of over 600 miles, or at least get it up above 600 miles, those bikes get sold as demos, and they're quite a bit cheaper. So it helps them also move a unit. And I'm not saying that any dealerships do this to kind of trick their whole payment leasing thing to where they can sell them as a demo. But
Yeah.
the magic number is 600 miles for certain early things that that are out there for sale.
Chevy used to do it. Chevy used to take trucks. My S10, when I got it, it was a demo. They had put 50s all around it, put mags on it, put a stereo inside it, put a sunroof on it. And when I went to buy it, it was like and this was back in 1994. The truck was MSRP $14,500. I bought it for $99.99 because it was a demo.
Yeah.
Well, then when I went to buy it, it also had some scratches on it. That's back when Chevy did the gold medallion dealer. And so when she came out and looked at it, she's like, "Oh, it's going to need a paint job. There's scratches in the bed. There's scratches on the side." And they're like, "Oh, we'll do a bed liner. What kind of bed liner do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't want a bed liner. Those will make they'll make your bed rot out." And she's like, "Have you heard of bed blankets?" I'm like, "No, what are those?" Well, it's big. Basically, it's like a 3/8 inch rubber mat that goes in the back of the truck. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. So I got one of those. And then she's like, well, there's a scratch on this quarter panel. that needs to be painted. He goes, oh, we can do some buff out on that. She goes, no, that needs to be painted. They painted the quarter panel. It didn't match the rest of the truck. So the gold medallion lady said, you got to paint the entire truck. They painted the entire truck. I paid $99.99 for it. They probably, it needed a new stereo because they couldn't find the old removable faces. They couldn't find one. So she sent me up to the audio dealer back when they still had car audio dealers. And she said, pick any one you want under $1,000. So by the time it was done, they probably put $5,000 into that truck. And I only paid $99.99 for it.
Well, that's another trick too, is when you go find that one truck that's got everything on it and you show that interest in it. You know, I'm not saying I would ever do this in 2004 with a GM 3/4 ton four-wheel drive truck, but you know, when I looked at it, I said, well, this is great. Oh, and it's got this and this and this and all this extras, and they're tacking on little stuff on there, you know, all this extra crap that's on the truck. I said, well, I don't want that. Well, we got this one over here. Well, I don't want that truck. I like the look of this one, you know, and then 45 minutes later of them saying, well, it's got this, we'll take it off. I don't care. You know, I don't need that truck. I like it and I'll buy it, but I don't want all that other extra stuff on there. So you could just take it off. And well, we don't take stuff off it. Well, if you want to sell that unit before the end of the month, you won't have to make a payment on it.
Well, that's what I did with the K16. It had the Texas wheels on it. It had the super speaker system on it. It had the 10 speaker system on it. It had heated grips, heated seats, navigation ready, but like they all do. And I'm like, well, I don't need all that stuff. And they're like, well, we can't just take it off. And I was like, okay, how long is it going to be till you get one in that doesn't have all that stuff? Because I don't want that. Oh, it had the cast handlebars instead of the rolled handlebars. They were cast. And I was like, I don't want that. I said, you know, if that's $1,200 more just for handlebars, I don't want them. And they're like, well, we'll just take that off. And they took it off of the sales ticket, left it on the bike.
Left it on the bike.
Left it on the bike.
It's the same thing with the dealers, with all the dealerships, and including farm equipment and heavy equipment. It's all the same thing. Is, you know, they have that vehicle sitting on there, or that piece of equipment or vehicle or motorcycle sitting on their lot, and the billing starts January, you know, on the first of the month, and it ends on the last day of the month. So they're paying for everything on their lot. So everything that's sitting there, they have to make payments on until they sell it. You know, right about November, when the new ones are coming out, they've got these year-old bikes with no miles on them, and you're sitting there going, wow, it's the 28th of the month. Would you like to sell another unit before the end of the month? Or what do you want to do? And you can immediately take at least 15 to 20% off of it. Go for the 20, take 15. But that's, you know, I might be letting out a secret there. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, but I don't work for them, so I think
it's pretty. It's a pretty. I wouldn't say well-known fact, but people that know, especially anybody that's in retail knows, anything that rolls over from the first of the year or from the end of the year to the first year, they got to pay taxes on. They're trying to push everything out the door as fast as they can. It's the same in the manufacturing world. Toward the end of the year, all the purchases. They're not purchasing stuff because they don't want it in their warehouses when the first of the year rolls around. Because if it's there December 31st, they got to pay taxes on it.
Yep.
So they won't buy again till after January 1st.
Yep, they're paying the tax on them. They're paying that thing basically every month for it to sit there. It costs them money when the first hits if they haven't sold it. And the other bonus is the more units they sell, the better stuff they've got coming in, because they're not going to send anything really awesome to dealerships that don't sell units. That's just it. You might get one thing to put out front and overprice and get everybody to come in, but the places that sell the most units get the best product. I've done it with heavy equipment. There was a backhoe that had everything on it. It was a 450. I'm not going to say the brand because I don't want to throw them out there under the bus, but I saved $120,000 on it. It wasn't bad because I said, well, I don't need that. I don't need that. You can take that off. It's already got it. Well, I mean, you can either take it off or you can just take it off the bill. It's up to you. And that was the deal. So they just left everything on it. And so there I sat in this $280,000 backhoe and didn't pay anywhere near that, you know. With bikes, you know, I've
I've gone in with people that have bought brand new bikes, friends and stuff, and we'll come back in a week. Hey, can we take it for a test? I'd like to ride it. I'd like to take it. I might want it. And I might just go out and put 300 miles on it. And they might go out and put 300 miles on it. No, it's over 600. Isn't that a demo bike now? Oh, shoot, take your automatic 10% off. Thank you. Car dealerships as well. If you walk in, hey, who does the farm accounts? That'll take you 10% off of any kind of vehicle right then and there. And it's always that old guy sitting in the back office that's by himself, salesman, and he's usually got a cowboy hat laying there. There goes somebody.
There's somebody.
This is also known as the drag strip out here on the interstate. So, because there's an on ramp right here, and it's a nice straightaway. It's way on the south end of the city, so there's nobody running around out here, and I smile every time somebody gets on it. Good times.
Jason Ghost is saying nobody wants to take delivery right now until after the 1st. They want it shipped and to stay en route. So once it leaves the warehouse, it's off their books.
Right.
And it's not on anybody's books until it gets to the new warehouse. So,
Yep.
love
All
the
that
trailers,
stuff.
park them up, enjoy the first of the year, then drive it in.
That's it. Shoot, that's one of those. I'll just run by the house. Shoot, all in heavy equipment, brand new heavy equipment dealerships. Or actually from the manufacturer dealership. It was the same story. It was a week and a half. It'd take me 3 days to get there back when I was running truck. But they were like, no, you can't show up until the 2nd. January 2nd? Shoot, I'll just run to the house. Well, you can do that, no problem. Shoot, they were going to save money anyway. So I ended up with a week backing up miles, chilling, and got my time, still got paid.
Absolutely.
But yeah, shoot, there's some drivers out there that get screwed over on it. They're far away from home. They can't just run to the house. So that's the bad part. But anyway, with buying new units, or not units, I shouldn't call them units, buying new vehicles, buying new motorcycles, wait till that end of the month and the keywords are, do you want to sell another unit this month or not? It's up to you. And the next thing you know, they're going in talking to the general manager and they're going, yeah, just sell it. Just sell it now. So
I wish I had a pocket full. I mean, again, I probably shouldn't want to put another bike in the garage right now, but I like bike.
yeah. There can never be enough.
I just need to find one.
Every time I walk into Buddy Stubbs Harley Davidson over here, they've got the largest museum probably in the Southwest. And I don't know if you know the history on Buddy Stubbs. He was a dirt track racer, and his sons both run the dealership now. He's still around, I think. I haven't actually seen him down there in a while, but yeah, it's an awesome museum. Those are all his bikes, and they all run. So yeah, when I see that and I go, man, that'd be really nice to build a place and put a whole bunch of bikes into it and still ride them. That'd be great.
We need to go ahead and pull this to an end. We've been going 2.5 hours.
2.5.
That was pretty good tonight.
Nice. I was hoping Joe'd sign on, but I guess he's busy tonight.
Yeah, they've got a lot of people. Well, Candace was supposed to come on tonight too, and I guess she got sidetracked. As it would, this is Christmas weekend. People are getting busy. Things are popping up. People have surprises thrown in their faces that their people don't tell them about till that's why it's a surprise. So they're like, yeah, I'll be free. And then all of a sudden they have surprises. So it's good.
So what do you think for next week's? Is it going to be like, what are you planning for the new year?
I don't know. I think we've played that one over. You guys in the chat, if you got a good theme for next week. Yeah, if you got a good, resolutions. Oh God. Yeah, let's tell some jokes.
Yeah,
let's tell our New Year's resolutions. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for coming out. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Go check out Doug's channel. He's got an Instagram. He's just.
I got an Instagram.
You've got an Instagram
on there. It's just funny shit.
And then look down below, get a T-shirt.
I know Gma's looking for about. I think she's looking for about 30 more subscribers to hit that 500.
Gma needs some more subscribers.
Yeah. So, and you need to hit that mark too. You've got a what 300 deficit there that we need to pick.
If I get another 250, will put me close to the next 1,000 mark. It's fun. This year has been weird, man. I've had months where I've gotten 50 subscribers. I've had months where I've got 6 subscribers. It's YouTube is just so odd. You've got to find the perfect place. Go to the perfect place to meet the perfect people. If you can meet somebody that has 10 friends that want to subscribe, all of a sudden you get huge bumps. It's a weird algorithm, man. But yeah, tell your friends, send out the links.
Share.
Share. I did Christmas, the Christmas party at Harley last weekend. I didn't do the video on it, so I'm going to be making that for Monday night. So you'll see that Monday night. So we'll see our favorite girls dressed as elves on Monday night's video. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.